Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing in the chat? Can you guys hear me good or hear me well? How's everybody doing? So I'm going to be having people. Hey, how are you? Peter, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Hey, John Paul. Okay, let me go ahead and say hello to everybody from the beginning. Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. Hello, Kane. How are you? Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in. Daryl, thank you for coming in. C Viper, thank you for coming in. EJ, thank you for coming in. Ms. Media, thank you for coming in. Peter, thank you for coming in. John, Paul, thank you for coming in. Hi, Keith, thank you for coming in. Guys, thank you for coming in. How are you? How's everybody doing today? So, I do have a little more information for you guys today. And for those who wants to hop up on the panel, I do have Lisa coming today. She said she's going to be coming on the panel. So give me a second so I can pull this up for you guys. I was a tad bit late. Sorry about being a little late. I don't like being late, but just a tad bit late. All right. So it looks like we have more kids that's have been already released from the hospital. So let me see. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to read this to you guys. For those who have not been following this case since I started, three young girls have been unalived in a ferocious knife attack in Southport at Taylor Swift themed dance and yoga event. They have been named as 6-year-old BB King, Elise Dot, age 7, and 9-year-old Alice Agar. I'm sorry if I'm saying her name incorrectly. I apologize. 8 more children were injured, with 5 left in critical condition. After the incident late Monday morning, 2 adults also suffered critical injuries. Sorry about that. Armed officers detained a male and seized a knife, with police later saying that the 17-year-old boy, who's going to be 18 in about a week, has been arrested on suspicion of unaliving and attempted unaliving. The attack is being treated as a terror-related, police said. Oh, they changed it? I thought it was non-terror. Okay, well, BBC saying this, y'all. So this is how the attack unfolded. The police were called to reports of stabbings at a property, Hart Street, Southport, just before 11:50 BST on Monday. Officers were shocked to find multiple people, many of whom were children, had been subject to ferocious attack and had suffered serious injuries. Police believe a group of children were attending an event at a dance school when a person armed with a knife walked into the building and attacked those inside. 2 adults were critically injured, bravely trying to protect the children from the attack, police said. 6-year-old BB King, 7-year-old Elise had died on Monday, while Alice Aguilar, age 9, died at the hospital early Tuesday morning from injuries sustained in the attack. In a tribute issued through police, BB's family said no words can describe the devastation that has hit our family. As we try to deal with the loss of our little girl, BB. That's so sad. Meanwhile, the family of Alice said, "Keep smiling and dancing like you love to do, our princess. Like we said before, you are always our princess. No one would change that. Love from your hero daddy and mummy." Wow. Her parents are from Madeira, I think I'm saying it correctly, Portugal, but the family now lives in Southport, a Portuguese governed minister said. Oh my God. Excuse me. As well as 3 children who were unalived. 8 more suffered stab wounds in the attack, and 5 were left critical condition. Northwest Ambulance Service said it had treated 11 casualties with stab injuries. Alderkay Children's Hospital in Liverpool confirmed on Tuesday that a child had unalived at the hospital after the heartbreaking incident in Southport. 6 other children continue to receive treatment, with 2 remaining in critical care, but currently in stable condition, the hospital added. An ambulance driver delivered advanced emergency care for 1 patient and accompanied them to the hospital by road Great North Air Ambulance Service. Okay. All right, you guys are still with me? Okay, great. Lisa, if you're in the chat, let me see. Hey, DJ Q, how are you? Thank you for coming in, guys. I believe I said thank you for coming. Alan, thank you for coming in. Yes, that's what it's saying. I will show you guys. Let me go ahead and share this so you can see exactly what I'm reading. That's what it says. I don't know how they changed, why it was changed. Okay, let me go. I'm going to go back up and I'm going to show you where it said it. Unless they made a mistake by saying not a terrorist act. I don't know. Where'd it go? See right here, look. Armed officers detained a male seized and seized a knife, with police later saying the 17-year-old boy, which is going to be 18 in a few days, in about 5 days now, 5 or 6 days from now, have been arrested on suspicion unaliving and attempt unaliving. The attack is not being treated. I'm sorry, not being treated. I apologize for that misinformation. Not being treated as a terror attack. Okay, not. I missed the word not. Sorry about that. I was trying to read so fast that I missed it. Sorry, you guys. Sorry for scaring y'all. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything new. But the person has been named. His name is Axel. And they're saying on here that they could not name him, but they did name him. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let you guys watch this video really quick. And sorry about the mistake and the, miswording it. I was trying to read it.
Nobody can believe it, but all the local mums have checked in with one another. I'm sure we're all going to know somebody from that poor group. But the parents, I checked in on my girls and I just ran to the crowds. I just thought, you put your NHS head on, don't you? And the mother that I was just consoling, just the look on her face, because she knew something had happened to a child. It's like, oh my gosh, how do you even comprehend? There's nothing you can do.
You told me that your daughter had been in the garden.
She said she heard quite a sinister scream, and literally she got back from being with a friend, taking my daughter. We don't know roughly what time it was, but it was similar timing, and then all the commotion had gone on. So looking back at the time scales, that potentially could have been, but she said it was a very untoward, unusual scream. So we don't know.
Oh my goodness. Have I been muted this whole time? Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and I'll just show it to you guys instead of reading it, because I'm going to put it slowly so y'all can see it. Because I've been reading this whole time and it's on literally mute. Sorry about that. But they did, they already, like in UK money, 270,000, you guys. That's a lot of, I think that's a lot. I would have to look and see how much it is as far as in US money. Oops, sorry. If you guys can read it, thank you. Let me know. All right, so this is the part here. This is the witness. She was a witness to it. Oh, this is so sad. She said, multiple people reported seeing several young children bleeding in the road after being stabbed. Jesus Christ, it had to have been a horrible scene. Speaking to Sky News window cleaner, Joel Verte said that he heard a woman screaming, "He's stabbing kids," as he drove near the dance studio. Jesus Christ. That is so sad, you guys. This is everything that they're saying they seen, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and read that part. It was like a scene you'd see in a disaster film. Honestly, I can't even explain how horrific it was, he added. Jesus. Mr. Verite said he carried a little girl. He carried a girl out of the car to get her to safety before returning to the studio. Joel Verrett described locking eyes with the man holding the knife inside the studio building before the alleged attacker scurried off. Jesus Christ. Asked what was going on in his head, he said, "I'm really scared. All I saw was a knife. I'm there myself at the bottom of the stairs." Wow. The knifeman later tackled down on the floor by the police, he added. Tim Johnson, a journalist with Eye on Southport, saw one girl on the stretcher who was seriously injured and said paramedics were among people in tears in the streets. Several witnesses say that they heard a woman running down the road screaming, "My daughter's been stabbed." Jesus Christ, this hurts my heart. Another witness said they took around 10 girls to safety in nearby house. Wee, Jesus Christ, y'all, this is, oh my God. King Charles said, King Charles III said Monday night that he and the Queen were profoundly shocked. And in the statement, X, I believe he posted it on X, which is used to be Twitter. The king said that he sent their heartfelt condolences, prayers, and the deepest sympathies to everyone affected by the appalling attack. Jesus Christ. Prince and Princess of Wales also sent love, thoughts, and prayers to victims of the heinous attacks, saying, "As parents, we cannot begin to imagine what families and friends, loved ones, those who are unalived and injured in Southport today are going through." Okay, so this is about the unrest hijacks, grief of families. A total of 27 officers were taken to the hospital and 12 were treated in the discharge. They're talking about when the rioting was going on, if anybody did not know about that. So the guy that I was just telling you that witnessed it and saw him eye to eye, let me take this down. That's this guy right here. Oh, Jesus. That's this guy right here. Hey, King Dale, thank you for coming in. Let me see. Hey, Sam Lord, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Let's see who else is in here that I missed. Lou, thank you for coming in. If I didn't, say hello to you, I'm trying to look up here and see who came in. You were trying to tell me that I was muted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This situation is horrific. I mean, GOB, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Whoo, Lord have mercy. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, GOB. I'm sorry. I was going too fast and I was reading and literally I read a bunch of it and then I realized, oh my God, I was muted the whole time. Let's see. Hello, Liam. How are you? Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Okay. So, Alan, are you still in here? Alan? Sorry, EJ. I'm sorry. I know you guys couldn't hear me. I am so sorry. I was reading and reading. It wasn't you guys. It wasn't you guys. No, I muted. I'm so sorry. I feel horrible. I was sitting there reading away and you guys are watching me reading, but not hearing me reading. Let me see. I don't see Lisa in here yet. Maybe she's going to be a little late. Are you right, Lisa? So, does anybody in the chat have any questions on anything that I've been reading or what's going on in the UK? This is Southport in England. And as you see, I am sharing, like you guys can go make a donation. The bot is driving the donation and it starts with, it says justgiving.com. So if you guys could please go donate if you have anything, whatever you can to help these families. You knew I was very close to panicking and my heart was racing so fast. Why? What's going on? How are you, Sam? Thank you for. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Besides all this that's going on, okay, Don. This is just horrible. This is just horrible. Yeah, same here. I feel for the victims as well. More protests planned. Question. Your thought on masculine women boxers who was going to be out of the Italian who quit. I don't know anything about the boxing. I would have to look that up. I don't know. More demonstrations going on in London. Wow. This is horrible, you guys. If you guys can, please donate. The bot just dropped it again. This is horrible. Saturday's going to be bad. Why? What's going on? That's my AI of me, Peter. Hey, Sea Viper, thank you for coming in. Did I tell you things? Did I say hello to you earlier? I hope I did. I seen you. Oh, just read this. China Russian event was a super flare 6,000 years ago. Please call me Pete. Okay, Pete. I'm not sure how to snag some food. Oh, you want to? Okay, you want to got something to eat? Okay. You guys, I'm waiting for Lisa. She was supposed to come up on the panel. Hello, William. How are you? Hey, God bless. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Matt Spurs. Hello. Thank you for coming in. I hope I said your name correctly. And guys, I think I said hello to you. Let's see. A lot of protests in the UK are planned for the weekend, I think. We can expect some heavy-handed policing. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then in the chat, please, if you can donate, any amount would be great. US or UK or whoever's in the chat, wherever you're from, you can donate. This weekend is UK. Get ready. Woo, DV unit LOL. Oh my, no. I hope it's not. Hooey. Gustavo? What the heck? No, my bad. That's not what it said. Police will need to choose their side now. Oh, wow. It's okay. It's only if you want. I'm not asking you if you can. If you cannot, that's okay. I understand. But it would be great if people would donate. That would be great. That's the donations are not just for anybody. The donations are for the little kids that have been attacked. Okay, I'll drop you the link. The kids that have been stab, the ones that have been alive, the ones that are in the hospital. That is what it's for. It's not just for random, a random fundraiser. It's for to help those with everything that's going on. There's the link. God bless. If being, hold on, being upset over child unaliving makes me far right. I'm in. Hi, God bless. How are you?
Hang on, let me just meet my other channel. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. And yourself, young lady?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just not liking what's going on over there in the UK. It's a hard pill to swallow.
This weekend, it's going to be some kind of mass revolution, guaranteed, absolutely 100%. And it wouldn't have been if our prime minister, well, the country's prime minister, not mine, hadn't have come out with a statement that he did yesterday. He's incited mass riots and violence on the streets.
Wow.
And I can't believe he didn't think that that wouldn't be the obvious outcome. So basically what he's done is he's come out and said that he's treating normal people like ourselves that are calling out the amount of knife crime, the amount of people being murdered and stabbed, and the violence on our streets has become so lawless. But at the same time, the police have been like two-tier policing. If you get the Palestine protests spraying all over war memorials, or violence against the English or anything like that, or the British, nothing. They're allowed. These protesters get allowed to fire fireworks at the police and not be arrested. And they're allowed to go outside police stations and scream Allah Akbar and throw fireworks and eggs and paint, whatever. But if we go and say in a protest, please protect our kids, we get attacked by the police. And that is exactly what's happening. I'm not exaggerating in any way. And I fear, I'm shaking a little bit, to be honest, because I'm fearing what's going to be happening in this country now. But you can only push people so far. And say, like with the French Revolution, did they win that by saying, please be nice to us? No, they didn't. So I think people have woken up now. And after that, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of England, has stated that he will do everything in his power to protect Muslims. Why is he even saying that? It wasn't against the Muslims. Now he's just stirring it up even more. And do you know what? His wife, his poor wife, I feel for her. She must be, oh my God, I don't know. She's Jewish. But he's doing all these laws in preference to the Islamic community and in importing more and giving them more money and so on and so on and so on. And she's Jewish. Poor woman. I suppose she got divorced yet.
All this they need to stop. Everything all this negative stuff that's going on, they need to stop. They just need to stop. This is
sadly
horrible.
Yeah, it is. But at what point the British people are not being heard? The working class are suffering the most. He's just taken away. I mean, they're giving these migrants coming here illegally with no papers. They don't lose, they lose their passports, lose their papers, don't lose their mobile phones or their expensive trainers and their fresh new haircuts, between whatever ages, and puts them in the most luxurious hotels. I'm telling you, you have no idea. I promise you that these hotels are like those once in a lifetime visits for some people. Say, like, you and your wife's 50th anniversary, to save up to go there. These guys are putting there for years with the food, everything for free, with no costs, giving an Xbox and games and sports and gyms and everything to keep fit. And now he's just announced he's taken away the winter allowance, as I said yesterday, that helps these old age pensioners that we had in our country that have paid into the system all their life, and he's taking that away from them. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact I've read it everywhere and just someone just rang me and said this is what's happening, I'd be laughing on the floor, saying, "Listen, do you think I'm that stupid to believe that?"
That's a lot.
You know, it's just in this country. It's just in this country and the Western countries. Don't have these problems in the other countries like Hong Kong, you know, China and that. Well, China obviously because they're demolishing the you know, and Poland. It's, I have to say it as an observer. You look for the lowest crime rates in the world, and it's the ones, you know, like Western world. It's the ones with the less mosques. And that's just a fact you can't deny. And no one won't want to talk about it because you're racist. But it's just, but like I said yesterday, I got a friend of mine in Morocco. He's a Muslim, devout Muslim. Nothing like, and I talk to him about these things, and he can't believe when I tell him what happens. It's totally different over there. You're safer in those countries. Well, shortly at a time, but I just hope. And then the other thing is as well, have you put the link in for the fund? Oh, you have, yes. Thank you. Because I'm shocked. I'm saddened, really, that it started off really well, the amount of donations, and now it's just like virtually stopped. It's just no one's giving any money towards it anymore. I don't know. I think hopefully it's because not many people know about it.
Hello, how are you? Let me see. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. This chat's going by. I should have slowed it down.
Hey, how's your day been?
Chelsea, how are you?
How's your day been, you?
Huh?
How's your day been?
My day has been okay. I'm just waiting for all this to be over with, you know, so you guys can have some peace in your lives. That's what I want. You know, that's what I'm looking for it to happen soon. 1957, Bumpy, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
At least you Americans
that's what I'm waiting for. That is going to be my celebration time for you guys, is when all this is over with and you guys have peace in your lives, because this is horrific type of things going on. This is just really sad.
Well, at least you Americans got something to celebrate today. The release of your reporter from Russia.
Well, that, you know, that type of thing, yeah, there's something to celebrate. But as far as like right now, oh, it's horrible. I have been looking at news breaks. Even in the US, it's getting really ridiculous as well. Parents are leaving their kids in the cars when it's very, 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 very extremely hot, swelling hot. I mean, like really hot. And the kids are not making it because these parents don't want to take them into the store. And it hurts my heart to hear that, you know. Then you have ones that are unaliving their own kids. I mean, it's just really crazy out here. But you guys, the things that's going on over there, I mean, I'm just, it's very shocking. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I mean, it's a lot to swallow. Everything that's going on is a lot to swallow right now.
Yeah, for us here in the United Kingdom, last week, our children have broken up for the summer holidays. Which is, I don't know if you're in America, do your children break up for several weeks from the high school?
Yes, we have summer. Yes, we do have summer. They do leave from school about, I think, about a couple of months or so. They do, yes.
Yeah. Do you know how that originated?
No, can you explain it? You could explain it if you like.
It was for the harvest at summer. And so the school, the children would help the farmers and their families bring in the harvest from the farms.
Oh, okay. So basically that's what they gave them their time off so they could work in the farm to harvest.
In the fields, harvesting the food, getting the potatoes, the fruits, whatever. And that's what it was for. And now they
I
just
never
sit
knew
there on their
that.
iPhones. Yeah, and now they sit on their iPhones.
Yeah,
Go figure.
exactly. iPhones, computers, game systems, all that. Yes.
And the thing is, where we got the holidays now, and what was a recent event this Monday just gone, lots of pet families are taking their children. They're cancelling the events like what happened, like Taylor Swift classes, or going out to like a summer camp thing,
Yeah.
and dropping their children off as fun events.
Yeah.
People are worried now.
Hello together. Another thing that was bothering me about the situation with these little girls that were at this school. I feel like as a parent, okay, I'm not saying this is exactly how they're feeling. No, I'm sorry. That is my AI picture of me. It's my features, but it's not me. Yeah, we try to keep it safe in my chat, on my.
Or you're gonna get hit on every 5 seconds. You
But
attention seeker. You attention seeker. Okay.
But actually, that's my mean look. That's my mean face right there. I am so upset with what's going on right now. And like I was saying, I feel like as a parent, I hope that this is not what's going on, because they have nothing to be guilty about. But as a parent, when you take your children somewhere and something like this happens, you feel like a heavy load is on your shoulder, and you could blame yourself. Nobody's going to blame them, but you blame yourself. You know what I mean? That's got to be a hard pill to swallow for them, because that's how I would feel. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm putting my children in harm's way, but I went and brought my kids to this dance school, and then this happens. It makes you feel like I should have never let my child go. I should have left my child at home, even if my child was upset with me, but at least my child would have been safe, right?
Yeah.
But it's not their fault. And I need them to know, if they ever watch my live or anybody else's live that says what I'm getting ready to say, is it's not your fault. Don't ever think it's your fault. Things happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to go on with your life and be able to let your children enjoy life. You can't let them be under your arms at all times. I've always been what they call a hovering parent, but that's just me. I've always been around my kids. I used to work at the schools just so that I could be around my kids. I used to be a substitute teacher just to be around my kids, to make sure that they're safe. This is what I used to do. And I know I would have felt guilty if that would have happened to me. So I pray that these, families, they don't that they get help for the way they're feeling right now, the guilt that they're carrying right now.
Hey,
Oh
listen,
my gosh.
look, no. Same for me. I'm not working in schools. Well, I have actually done security and alarm systems and stuff like that. And I've engineered my life from when I left school to work for myself, so that when I was older, I'm not going to be one of those fathers that gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning before his kids get up to go to school, then comes home in the evening, and he might be lucky just to go up there and give them a kiss goodnight as they go to sleep. That is not me. Life is for living. We only, I don't really believe in reincarnation. And this is it. This is what this life now you're all leading. This is a one-time thing. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. I know we don't all have the luxury of running your own businesses or anything like that. If you want to do it, you can do it. Have more faith and more confidence in yourself, rather. So, I mean, even, do you know what? When I was just thinking about the school thing, my children's schools they go to, I've helped them out with saving money because they get ripped off for security systems. And I installed this system. It was when we was having a few more Islamic attacks in England about 8 years ago, several years ago, as quite often. And I installed a panic button system, right? That was, because it's a big school, you couldn't really wire it all in. So I've managed to get these like fobs up on the wall, high out the kids' reach. And if you press a button, I installed these like air raid sirens on the outside of the school, that you could hear 5 miles away. Extremely loud. Each one of these little sirens, only small things, it's the same volume, decibels of a 747 taking off. And so we devised a way of, if you press this button, that all schools, that they pull down the blinds. But we was teaching kids at 5, 6 years of age this. They pull down the blinds and they pull the tables over and to protect themselves, you know, in case there's any shooting.
Right.
And that was 8 years ago. What a sad world it was then.
Wow.
And
now it's even worse. So now it's even worse. That's horrible. Hello, Mike. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's even worse now because, oh my God,
sadly,
because now is social media's out there, so everybody knows everything that's going on. Where before it wasn't so much social media going on, so not everybody was getting all the information. So now everything is hitting us all at once, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you guys in America with your shootings in your schools, horrific. Sandy Hook and all the other things.
Yes. Yes. That was a horrible one too. Wow.
And these things still go on now. I mean, I kind of jealous in a way that you got the Second Amendment, you know, but not in other ways, because God, you can just go into a mall or some kind of flea, you know, they sell secondhand stuff, you know, a boot sale, and pick yourself up an AR-19, and you can see these documentaries where people have gone and bought them without no identification.
Hold on one second. You guys, please don't go back and forth at each other. I would appreciate it. Thank you together for letting me know. Yeah, please do not go back and forth. Please be respectful of everybody. Sorry. We're talking about something serious. Can you guys please keep it clean in the chat? Do not go back and forth at each other. We have enough of that in the world. We don't need that in the chats as well. Agree to disagree, and that's it. I wanted to show you guys a video. I haven't been doing my commercials, and I'm going to do a quick break. I'm also going to I'm going to lighten things up. If you guys want something to laugh at, I made a video a while back, and I share it when things get hectic. So I'm going to give you guys a little something different. Okay. I'll be, let me pull it up real quick. I hope you guys find it funny, because it's not something I went through, but it's something that I made, okay, for people to have something to laugh at. Okay, here we go.
Is it Biden's speech?
Okay, have you ever been at the store and really needed to fart, and you were trying not to, but then your body's like, I'm gonna do this anyway? Well, that happened to me today at the Walmart. So I decided to handle the situation by moving myself away from everyone. And then by the time they smelled it, I'd be long gone, and it would just be kind of a crop duster situation. But then to deal with the sound, I was like, okay, you know what I'll do is I'll control this to some degree, and I'll fart to the rhythm of the music that's playing. And so, yeah, so I successfully did it. I perfectly farted to the rhythm of the music. And then I saw the look on everyone's faces. And then I realized, yeah, I was listening to that music in my earbuds.
Hold on one second. Can you talk to the audience? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Smithers, release the hounds. Can you hear the dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna somebody at my door. Hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoying the weather and trying to get through life as best you can, like everyone else. We're all the same. All the same. So, like I always say to everyone, I mean, try not to fight and argue in the chat, because us guys here now on the panel, in the chat, whatever, we're the only ones that are going to be out there to look after each other, because the governments don't want to look after us. That's clear. All the other things that are going on our health service, our roads, and food and things like that, it's all just a little bit, like taking everything away from us. But there's one thing we do have, and that's ourselves. So let's keep it that way. Be nice to each other. Life is for living. Right, so what's his GB's obligatory you should listen to the pointed over him. Whether he likes it or not, accept that as an order to us.
Hello, Terry. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, that we had somebody at the door, and my dog, she's a Chihuahua. She's a little dog, but she knows when somebody's coming to my door. And before anything, like they're like 300 feet away. They're at the beginning of my yard, and they come driving down the driveway, and she automatically knows we have somebody coming. And she starts barking until they leave. She doesn't know these people.
They're the worst dogs. I mean, I'm not being. They're vicious, aren't they? They're not a dog you could trust. I mean, you wouldn't go up to one, say someone else's dog, go, give me a little kiss, and you put your face down by theirs to give them a kiss on the lips. That's it. You've lost your nose.
Yeah, no, not this one. She's a really good dog. She's very good. She's like my little security dog, right? She's like my little guard dog, and she lets people know, don't come around here unless she knows you, just saying, and she'll bark at you until you leave. So, I mean, she's friendly. She's very friendly, but she just doesn't like people just coming in her yard.
Oh, yeah, dogs. I mean, dogs are very protective of their environment, just like cats as well. They don't like strange things. Cats are the wild ones out of all of them, I think. They're users. They only love you for food. And dogs are more loyal. Undoubtedly.
Wait, why are you crying? Why do you have tears in your eyes? I've got tears in my eyes. Why do you have tears in your eyes, Daryl? I'm hoping that you were laughing at my joke.
It's funny because this afternoon I posted on Facebook, there's some fart video where a collection of people doing silly farts and stuff. So I might play it for you if you want.
This lady, she put that out there, this lady, and then I made it to my own because I didn't want to get a copyright. So all I did was just do my own version of it and make my little faces and all that. And then at the time my hair was kind of sticking up on the side, and I was like, sorry for my hair, it's a mess, right? And then when I did the video, I wanted people to laugh about it because it's funny, and some people do it. You're in Walmart and you smell things that you don't want to smell, and you know exactly what they did, and you're like trying to leave that aisle. It's like, yeah, I'm not trying to smell this, and you leave. But sometimes people do things, and that's why she thought she was listening. The lady said she thought she was listening to the music. She was over there thinking that she can get out of them hearing the farting, but she had her headsets in. They were listening to it. They could hear her farting, and she just listening to the beat of the music instead of knowing that she was actually making noises other than the beat. Yeah. So I hope that was funny. Daryl, I'm glad you thought it was funny.
It's when people try to do the cough, don't they? They try to cover it with a cough, and they get the timing wrong. So they do that, and then oops, and they get caught out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look for that video. I posted it today. Of the fart collection, is what you call it. It's quite funny. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it.
Yeah, she said she asked a question. Sharon, what is the question? And who is Sharon talking to? Hold on. Can anybody tell me where freedom, democracy, capitalism, and individualism is on political spectrum? Is it on the spectrum? It sounds like it would be because it is political. I guess. Together, can you answer that question? Because I'm not political. I don't do political stuff. And and then we have another one asking, is that me? You knew. Is that image of you or not? I already said it is me feature wise. Those are my features, but it's an AI of me. It's an AI of me, but it's not me as in me. It's features. It's the features that are me. Yeah, I rarely do political. Definitely.
It's okay. I think tomorrow you're going to have about 1 million subscribers and about 300 million viewing. I'm gonna get a picture of Brad Pitt or something as my avatar.
Well, if you guys seen my intro, I'm going to show you my intro again so you can see that I do these things, so you can understand also what my channel is about. Let me show you my intro really quick. For those that missed my intro when I first came in, hold on one second. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. So that is what I do. I do avatars, thumbnails, and I do it for other people as well. And outros, intros. So just in case people missed my intro, that's what I do. So if you see the AI pictures of me, those are things that I've done with my own picture. So it'll be my picture, but I make it into an AI with my features. So like right now, if God bless sends me a picture, I can make him an AI picture of himself. It'll look like him with his features, but it'll be him as far as him as an AI, but with his features. Okay, so God bless.
Yes.
Somebody asked about, give me 1 second.
What's the Patriot?
Something about a paper. Hold on.
Patriot or paper? Oh, what are you on about? There's a Peter Offlow
About Cobra meeting. Cobra meeting.
Cobra. I haven't seen that yet. I've been too busy seeing all the other bits and pieces. But yes,
right.
Apparently.
So how do I find that?
Right, a Cobra meeting. Let me try and have a look over here. It's an emergency meeting of the cabinet of the government.
Okay.
To the park.
Can't you go to the park with them? Hang on a second. Kids, eh? I want a live stream. Right. Why do
you can wait.
No, hang on a minute. Right, so where are they going? Where
about your own children.
Right, gonna be a welfare coming on here now. Yes, I can't at the moment. I'm on a stream. Right, who's there now? Where are they going? Where are they going? Is she going to the park?
Yeah.
Well, why can't you go with her then?
No, she's coming. Come.
Sorry,
Hello,
guys.
little one.
Pasha, come and say hello. That's my 11-year-old. Little madam.
Hello.
Yeah, she's just out there. Hang on a minute. She's got all her friends coming around here. We've got quite. We're fortunate to have a lot of stuff here that the kids don't need to go to the park and stuff, like bouncy castle, a proper big bouncy castle, lovely long, like trampoline and a pool, hot tub, and all these things for the kids to. I mean, most of it came when we had the lockdowns, and then we couldn't go nowhere. So I just got loads of stuff for the kids, so they weren't going to be bored. Maybe. Oh, hang on a minute. She's coming back. She's going. That's right. Anyway, so Cobra. Right, so let's have a look. Cobra meeting today. So, what's the upshot of it? I don't want to look at the Independent. I don't want to look at the BBC, the Evening Standard. Let's have a look in there. Right. So you have to be very careful about what sources of media, mainstream media, you go to. Like I said to you, the BBC. Keep clear from that. You will never get the true story. They lie. Anyway,
Wow.
and we have to pay for it as well. Right.
What
So
about Sky News? What about Sky News? Is that a good one to look
no,
into?
no, Murdoch. But the thing is, though, Sky News UK full of crap. But the Sky News Australia, brilliant, much better.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find you. Oh, where's it gone full
I
page?
don't see anything for a meeting.
Yeah, it's down. Yeah, I'm seeing it all here. I just put in Cobra meeting today and search on Google. I'm just trying to see. That's 23rd of January. Hang on a minute. Oh, right. Shall I go to this BBC? Don't tell anyone I did this, please. Let's see what the date is on that.
Let's see.
Well, there's nothing. I can't see. It's all the old ones. I've just put in. I put in Cobra meeting today. Let's click
There's
the
nothing
news.
on my end either.
Right. Okay. So that's 2 weeks ago. So I don't think there is. Boris Johnson holds emergency Cobra meeting over the Liverpool terror attack. It's not about anymore, I don't think. Actually, bless her, Boris Johnson. He was one of our prime ministers.
Okay.
And I did actually go to. Right.
And when is the Cobra meeting going to be?
Well, I don't think there's not been a meeting. Some people are saying in the chat there's been a meeting, and I can't. Cobra meeting. Hang on, let's just type in today's date. Well, today I've done today. Meeting today. Right, emergency Cobra meeting today. Let's have a look at that. UK Starmers kept updating IT outage. That's 2 weeks ago. No, there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Misinformation. Misinformation. Time him out. No, it would have been on the news straight away. We'd have heard something, unless it was during the time that we've been on the panel together. But there's nothing there.
Nothing. I'm looking everywhere and I don't see it on any news.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is. But the thing is, what they've done is that they've gone in the midst of a massive, one of England's biggest crisis, of civil unrest. They've all gone on holiday, all the politicians. They've closed down the Houses of Parliament, our governments. It's like Biden, it's just about to start on World War III. Russia are threatening to launch nuclear missiles in the next half an hour, and he's buggered off down to Malibu Beach. Same kind of scenario. Almost.
I do see one that says let me see. The title says, hold on. Politics Hub. It's called Politics Hub by Sky News, and it says Politics latest. Former Tory minister launching leadership campaign poll reveals potential front runners. Is that what they're talking about?
No, I think I could only assume it's about Keir Starmer's hate speech last night to cause unrest and promote it even further. Parkwell, I mean, I've known Parkwell for a long time now. He's saying the meeting was yesterday, but I can't see it, mate. Do you actually have a link, Parkwell? Or does anyone have a link? And we just give you a 30-second spanner to post it. How's that, Uni?
Right.
He's saying the meeting was yesterday. I've been on the website. The only meetings were 2 weeks ago. It says on here. If I go new, all, I'll click on all then. What is COVID meeting short for?
Yeah, I don't see any meetings, you guys.
What it stands for, Cobra, is Cabinet Office Briefing Rooms. Now, that's when they get all their, for emergencies, you know, say like something, we're about to go to war and they have to, you know, but I'm not seeing 19th of July.
Parqua, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. They said there was a meeting yesterday.
He's saying, yeah, but have you got Parqua? Have you got the link?
Yeah, do you have a link, Parqua?
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, he's on about the speech. Yeah, that's what I think people are getting confused over. There's actually not been an official Cobra meeting, because I'm looking through all the websites and the last one was 19th of July. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Geoff, I hope I'm saying your name. Geoff Mitchell. Thank you for coming in.
Jeff.
Is it Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Jeff. I know it's spelled, you know.
Geoff. I thought it was Geoff.
I mean,
Hello,
some other people spell it Jeff.
Hello, Leon. Leon said the meeting was with the coppers before his speech.
Yeah, that won't be a Cobra. Well, Cobra meeting's got involved all the other, and they have to announce them in a Cobra meeting. Unfortunately, the thing is, the mayor in London is a very divisive character. Not a very good person at all. He's really messed up London with knife crime. His name's Mayor Sadiq Khan. I don't know how he got in the first place. People say he won his third term. He hasn't won his third term. He's won his second term. What you seem to remember is that during the lockdown, people weren't allowed to go out and vote. So he defaulted as being re-elected as the mayor of London.
Hey, Outlaw. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you coming back. Hello. The major is useless.
The mayor.
Yeah, I saw it, Jay. I'm sorry. Mayor is useless.
So what this mayor has done, apart from absolutely destroy London, when we voted to leave the EU, he tried to make it that London should be a separate entity and that they should remain within the EU, within this round motorway, freeway, as you call it, a large freeway that goes around our capital city. He promotes a lot of hatred there. Like I said, we got the knife crimes and the motorists as well. He's made London a 20-mile-an-hour zone. So wherever you go in London on long dual carriageways, there's even a motorway coming into London. I think it's the M1. I can't remember now. You know, 3 great big freeway, motorway lanes, 6 in total, and you've got to do 20 miles an hour. Now, the thing is, what he's done is as well, he's introduced these emission zones. That if you come into London, I think it's about £30. So say like if you came into London at like 10 o'clock at night and you left at 1 o'clock in the morning, you have to pay £60 within 2 weeks. If you don't, it goes up hundreds of pounds at a time. Now, the reason why he bought out these emission zones is because he's worried about people's health. You know, the air quality for the emission of fumes of cars. But it's okay. You can still kill people as long as you pay for it. Do you see the hypocrisy in it? You knew.
Yeah, I do.
So, you know.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to drop the link. Give me 1 second. Go ahead. I'm talking. You can keep talking.
That's okay. So, and you know, he lets these he lets these, like, for instance, we had the England Euro finals. We actually got to the finals, big football match. That was in Germany, wasn't it? And in England, not one flag was allowed to go up. Not one flag in our capital. No TV screens, so that all the crowds of patriots could get together. They did come into London, and I remember about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the police were telling them, if you don't go home, you won't, you'll be arrested, and you won't be able to watch it in a cell because we haven't got any police cells. Yeah, they attacked people, got them out, caught, tried to aggravate violence. Yet, when it was Eid, sorry about the Muslim thing again, because he's a Muslim mayor. When it is Eid, we had to have all the Christmas tree lights and the celebratory lights for that, but not so much for anything patriotic or anything to do with our country. And then we had the gay pride thing. I'm not homophobic or anything like that, but we had a whole month of flags and everything promoted everywhere. But when it comes to something that the British love, their football, soccer, or what you want to call it, it was like wiped out. Our identity, our culture, and what we like to celebrate is being wiped out, unfortunately. If you get caught with an England flag, people will get being arrested with their own flag. Imagine an American walking down the street and then the police turn up and hitting you and bundling you into the back of a van for causing alarm and distress. Anyway, good evening.
Hello,
or good
Crystal.
afternoon.
How are you?
Hello.
Together.
I want to say something really quick. We have been knowing Young Riaz for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
And we know that Young Riaz is extremely, extremely respectful to any and everybody.
Okay.
I don't know who it is in the chat because it's going so fast. I do not appreciate. That's a young man. He's young. He's a kid.
22.
Whoever is making comments, this young boy, we have never been on a stream where he has cried. He is crying. He's in tears because he feels attacked. So you guys, please, I understand.
Wait, he's crying in the chat? I don't see him in the chat.
He's been talking to me in the chat. That's why I said drop the link. I don't know who it is directly, but please leave that kid alone. You cannot help what religion that you were born in. But when you become an adult, you can make your own choices. But as a kid, you have no choice. You have to follow your parents' rules in their house, okay? Please, I'm asking you guys, and some people, when you answer questions or, you try to communicate with them because of what's going on in the world, they're sort of attacking you for trying to put your 2 cents in. And this is not what this chat is about. This chat is bringing awareness. I would have never known. I talked to other people because of what's going on, and nobody knew that this happens overseas. Okay, so we're trying to get the message out. Don't be a blood clot is what I call when you stop the flow of information or blood from moving forward in the body. We need to know how to come together as countries to help one another. I understand that you have some radical Muslims. Hell, you got radical Christians, you got radical whatever other groups there are out there, but we have to be respectful. If we don't understand what you are saying or the questions you're asking, we're answering them to the best of our ability because there is a language barrier, and I'm trying to answer questions that are coming through the chat, and then I feel as though some people, and I'm not giving out no names, and I'm not talking to you, Sharon, some people are making you feel stupid for even attempting to try to conversate with them. And this is not what it's about. We need to stop, period. Okay? We need to stop it. We need to stop because they're giving us vital information. There's information in this chat from multiple people. I'm learning by just looking at the chat. These are some of the most brilliant-minded people in this chat. So if you can't keep up with them, get out of the chat and stop being a blood clot. No, blood clot is not a racist word. That means that it stops the flow of blood. It stops the flow to move about. That's what it means. I'm not talking about the Jamaican version or whatever version it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we need to cut it out, because I'm sitting here and it's getting to the point where I'm getting frustrated. And before I leave my sister's chat, by being frustrated, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say something. So the next person, I'm sorry with all the respect in my heart and soul. If I feel that you are being disrespectful, I'm going to time you out so that you can take a chance to see what it is that you're going through. Because if you're upset about something, please don't bring it to the chat. If you're upset about something, please ask a question. Maybe somebody can give you the answers. You guys in this chat are super, super smart, super, super intelligent. Okay, so you are brainy, Peter. So be quiet. So
Yeah.
I just need you guys to come on and stop it. Okay, please stop it. Some
Right,
of you guys,
together.
yes.
Can I interject, right? Right, can I just say something? Guys, you might be some new ones that missed the good show we had yesterday. We had an amazing show yesterday. And yes, tensions are very, very high at the moment between this Islamic things and going on in the United Kingdom. Now, Riaz, he came up very bravely. I begged him to come on yesterday onto the channel to have a really adult conversation, to say how we see things from both sides of the fence kind of thing. And it was a really productive and educational show yesterday. So if you haven't watched it, guys, yet, please don't put any bad comments in yet. I mean, discussion and debate and free speech is one thing, but nothing hate-filled, please. Because
hold on a second. I'm sorry, God bless. Sharon, what does that comment? I promise I will never talk to the crying boy. See, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. You can't be saying stuff like that. I need help in the chat. Can you mod up Associated Minister? And Associated Minister, please don't block anyone.
Yeah,
Please don't
please
block
don't.
unless you knew,
Hello,
tell you
Tank.
to.
Hello,
Please,
Tank. How
please
are
don't
you?
block anyone unless
I
you
will.
ask
I
them to.
will go ahead and mod you, but please, if I get any more of what happened yesterday, you will get. I will have to take it back again.
Yeah, I need help in this chat. Oh, D Truth is here too. D Truth is
Hey,
here
D
too.
Truth, how are you?
Yeah, I need help in here, because it's like, when you said I won't talk to the crying boy, Sharon, that's kind of because of your language barrier. Our language barrier, it sounds kind of harsh. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. It just sounds kind of harsh to me. You know, you didn't even have to respond. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm absolutely not. You know, you could have just left it alone. And I understand you have a freedom to say what you want to say. I'm not picking on you. Please don't take it that way. If you do, yeah, crying boy. That's kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh.
Yeah,
Okay,
Riaz
Sharon,
is
I'm gonna let it
22
go.
years
I'm
of
gonna let it
age.
go.
Yeah, listen, he's 22 years of age, and he's quite well educated in that. And I'm pretty
He's
sure.
21.
No, I thought he's 22.
Oh, he's 22 now. Okay.
Yeah,
Not
well,
overnight.
and remember what I told you about him. He's a special person, you know.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. It's not like, you know, Allah Akbar, you're all going to go to the hellfire. And we had a really
Never mind, Sharon.
Moderate. He's quite
Never
moderate.
mind, Sharon. Never mind. It's okay.
Where's this crying stuff all come from anyway? I've been scrolling up and down the
Because he
chat
was
trying
in
to work
the
out.
chat. He was in the chat. He was like, I'm about to leave. And he said that he was in tears because I don't know who or what happened, but I told him don't leave. And, you know, and that's when you knew made the comment to be nice, because I put a attention in the chat to please, you know, don't come at him, leave him alone. He's special. You know, he has some, you know, things going on. So of course he's going to be affected more than we would.
Right.
And, you know, and I'm not trying to get at Sharon like that. And if it sounds that way, I apologize, Sharon. But like I said, we use different words. Crying boy, like in America, is like kind of mean. So I guess Americans, you could say we're a little soft. I guess you could say that, you know.
Right.
So I'm not trying to single her out. I don't want her to feel like she's being singled out. It just seemed a little harsh to me. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get
It's
back on
okay.
topic.
I'm dropping
He's
down.
a big enough boy.
No,
He's
thank
a big
you.
enough lad.
Together, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Hey, Addie, how are you?
I'm dropping down.
I said your name, Addie. Thank you for coming in. Outlaw, yes. Let's keep it clean. respectful to each other. We should not be going back and forth. And as far as like being, I was talking to Terry. No, you did not block anybody, but you were deleting messages. And that I know because I can look it up and it shows up on my side that who is doing what. So you were definitely deleting people's chats. And I don't like the deletions because people weren't even saying anything negative. It was just things that you didn't agree to, but that doesn't mean that I'm not okay with it. Because after the live, I do go, like when the chat comes up, I do go through my chat to make sure there's nothing being said disrespectful. So I delete it. But if I don't catch it while it's live, but when it's live, I do look at my chat. I'm always in my chat. I'm always paying attention. But I just didn't see what was going on with Riaz because the chat was going by pretty quick and it, like fast.
Yeah.
So okay, go ahead. God bless. Let's go back. We're done with this mod and all that stuff. We're done. We're going to be nice to everybody in the chat, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, if you've got any nasty, just watch yesterday's stream and you'll understand who Riaz is. Okay, he's all right guy, and he's very respectful. Yesterday was. I'll tell you what reminded me of that moment yesterday when he came on. I'm a patriot. Okay, I'm a fair patriot. And remember during the Second World War, England and Germany on Christmas Day stopped killing each other and fighting, and they played football and swapped chocolate and sweets. That's what that moment was, in a way, yesterday. I was able to speak to a Muslim and ask serious questions without them going, Islamophobia, you're Nazi, you're racist. Just general thing, conversations without. With respect for each other still, and so listen, go and watch yesterday's stream after this one before you make any harsh comments towards them, okay? Please, if you could. How's that? All right, let's move on. Anyway, still looking for the Cobra meeting. Nothing out there at all. Right, done with the Cobra meeting.
Yes.
The Cobra meeting subject has now snaked its way out of the room. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, we looked for a Cobra meeting. There's nothing. We're trying to find it. There's nothing. If you guys have a link, you guys can come up and send it. Give us the link and we'll look it up and then we'll give you guys the information.
Yeah, the topic of the day for us in the UK at the moment is how this Prime Minister that somehow got voted in had so not read the room and how the British public are feeling right now. You can't. He should be kicked out of office now. He is absolutely not fit to run the country.
Yeah.
All the promises they made prior to being elected, they're breaking all of it. They're really just. It's like they're inciting us to hate him even more. To make us do something, and maybe that he's doing that to bring in martial law. Who knows? Wouldn't put it past him. The Outlaw, you're based in the UK, I take it, because you come out with some good stuff as well. When I was actually watching, I can't remember the name of the stream. DJ Medio's there. He lives around the corner from me. We know each other. He's in Swindon. So am I. And also, there's a couple other people live streaming. And when he came, this showed his lack of leadership and patriotism and any thoughts towards the British public. He came there just for the photo shoot, chucked some flowers down, and then legged it. He got heckled a little bit, but any other Prime Minister, even Boris, come on, guys, even Rishi Sunak, the idiot, would have stopped and said, look, guys, I understand the public's concern and we're doing everything we can in our power to reassure you and to make a safer place. Not even, even that could have been bullshit, but at least say some words to reassure us. And then when he drove away, if people here in England, you were seen on the stream, if you're watching the YouTube, not the BBC because they cut it. When they got in the cars, they with families and loads of parked cars and people are milling around on the road. They drove at such horrendous acceleration and speed away from the environment. I mean, luckily no one got hit. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Actually, Peter offlow. I used to live in Hungerford. I was there the actual day. I was on news at 10. We used to have news at 10 back then. And I knew Michael Ryan. And I've even got one of the bullets, a live round that I picked up off the floor outside his mum's house when he set fire to it. I was actually there when it all took place. I was actually in Savnak Forest down the road, a place called Bike Busters, to get some bits of my motorbike. And I got stopped by the police coming back in an old Granada. And I had a camouflage jacket on because when you was a biker back then, they were quite cheap. And the thing is, I had no insurance or MOT. I was only a young kid. I know. And the police told me to go back. And but I know a way to get into the town. My grandma's there. And yeah, it was horrific. I saw all the bodies on the floor. I got accommodation for covering. I knocked on this old girl's house across the road. This couple had been shot in their car, and I put blankets over them. And it only happened to be the chief of CID, Trevor Wainwright's parents. So never got my parking tickets and speeding tickets. Always seemed to disappear for a little while after that. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So we used to have more guns available to us, you in the UK, but we had this Hungerford massacre back in the early 87, 86, was it 86? I think it was. And some guy, I knew him personally. I was in the same gun club as him, called Michael Ryan, and he just lost the plot for some reason. I don't understand why. He's like one of those what you probably call a redneck, but he's a quiet redneck. He'd go out rabbiting with his dog and target shooting or getting pigeons and making pigeon pie. But yeah, it's just it's just one of those things. So that's why we haven't got. But you guys in America would never give up your arms, will you? I mean, quite rightly so in some respects. I do see some videos where, in practice, you see some, like a CCTV camera footage of just normal families sat there in a restaurant having something to eat, and then some guy comes in and tries to rob the place, and as he's turned round, someone pops up and goes, "Tap tap, good night."
Right.
Those kind of moments.
We have a new law that's coming into play in Louisiana in the U.S. They're saying something about us. Okay, so concealed weapons we used to have to have permits. Now they're going to allow us to have concealed pow-pows. Okay, you know what it is, and without needing a permit. There's going to be a lot of problems going on with that, because you never know who's carrying and who's not carrying when it's concealed. When it's outright there, then you know who has one. But when it's concealed, it's hidden. I don't know why they're making this okay. I think that people should get permits to have it, so that way, because not everybody wants to go through the process of getting a permit. Now you got people just able to just hide their, pow-pows and be okay with it. No, I think they shouldn't be doing that.
I've got a friend in Salt Lake City, and he's a proper American. He loves his barbecues, and he builds them, and he's living the American dream. I consider him as like one of my best friends, my brother. Even though we've never met in person, we spent many years on panels like this talking to each other, and he's got several weapons, and he is so sensible an adult, about us. I asked him about situations, about and he's got a permit to carry it on him, and he said he wouldn't bat an eyelid if he saw somebody, it's life in danger, not because of their perpetrator or whatever, or a villain, and if it was a case of if he didn't shoot that person, that other person would die, he would do it. He doesn't want to do that, but he would do it if he had to. They're the kind of people that are okay. If we had more of that on the street, maybe there'd be less crime. People think twice, thinking, "Oh, is that guy over there carrying?"
Right.
But you know, obviously, what you call it, unlifing somebody is never a good situation. But if it's a situation where there's a terror attack or something, and you know, like in France, people have done that, and they've taken down the person that's terrorizing or causing death and destruction.
Yes.
You know, there's an expression, "F about and find out." We have in England.
Exact. I know. I've heard that saying before. F around and find out. Yeah, definitely.
Faffer. So it's just like I said yesterday, I think the only two things that are going to save us is either aliens or the second coming of Jesus.
Well, you know what bothers me more? Yeah, it's not the pow pows don't unalive people. That is, I'm gonna have to take that word out of my chat because YouTube does not like that word. Please don't put that in the chat, Daryl. Can you refrain from saying that? You could just put unalive, red rum, things like that is what's supposed to be in my chat because YouTube doesn't like that in the comments. And they'll take your chat, you know, your videos just for that. And I know you didn't know, so that's okay. Just next time, please, can you retract it and change it? Like, I don't want to delete it. Can you delete your own? Like, remove it yourself, and then, you know, retract it into something else, like unalive instead of the K word. Okay. Anyway, basically, what I'm saying as far as that is, you know how they have people who are able to get, you know, they're able to get pows illegally. Now they can conceal these things. They can conceal them and put them, you know, somewhere where nobody else can see it. And then they come and they start powing people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying regular people. I'm talking about people who are up to no good with illegal guns. Oh, oops, pows. Excuse me, pows. You know what I'm saying? God bless.
Yeah. And then people now, listen, it goes a step further. Technology is a wonderful thing most of the time, but now you've got these 3D printers. You can make your own weapons, undetectable as well. So these kids, you know, you got these in America, you got these metal detecting arches, and we got them in England randomly now and then on the street. Now you can make yourself a weapon that's undetectable. And then going back to the knives, there's ceramic. Is it ceramic, isn't it? That's undetectable to metal detectors. So you have to stay one step ahead or the whole time. So the thing is, you are lucky in America with your sentences. You know, these people never get out. I don't know if it's much as a deterrent because, you know, you've still got a lot of crime in America.
Yeah.
But, you know,
we do.
Things like, I don't know, death sentence. People are calling for the death sentence in England at the moment. Will that be a deterrent in the heat of the moment? In the heat of the moment, say you're out and about, somebody starts on you, I don't know, or if you feel that your life's being threatened, at what point do you stop it, knowing that you might get the death sentence? But at that moment in time, in the heat of the moment, you're feeling your life's under threat. You do all you can to stay alive.
I want to share this with you guys. I don't know if you guys seen this before. I want to share this, but let me put my whatchamacallit up here so that way they don't say anything about a copyright. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Right here. Okay. So look at this, you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is what we have now that you could buy in the US.
That's only a single shot, isn't it? That's not a magazine. The magazine that's in the...
Yep. It looks like a card. And then they pull it up.
Semi.
Yep. Unfold it and then start shooting.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, but it's not a semi. It's not a semi. You've got to load it.
No, nothing like that. No.
Like the old muskets.
It's this metal card, and it looks like a a power. Isn't that crazy?
You better make sure you got to you've had some shooting lessons, because say like someone's coming up you, and he's got a gun, and he's go bang. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm gonna reload. Stay there a minute.
Right. I don't know if anybody knew about this, but when I saw it, it blew me away. I was like, "What is this?" I watched. Yes, that is so cool.
I want to know
it's cool
how many they sold.
It's cool for people who want to just play around and pow at the cans or something at aim, what they call it, target practice, but not to go do something to somebody. I don't think it's cool for people to just go out and just unalive people or do anything to people, but definitely for just to do that for target practice, that's a cool, a cool.
Well, even only like I'd say 3 to 4 foot, 5 foot at most, looking at ballistics on it, because of the length of the barrel. It's a 2.2 as well. So yeah, I'd like to research the sales of that and see if the manufacturing company is still in existence.
Yeah, they're like $300, $400 for those. They're like $400 for those.
You can buy yourself an AR for that. With a box or two of ammo. I mean, would anyone? I mean, a Glock is a really reliable pistol, and they're only, you can buy those only a few quid more. I mean, Germany, they sell guns quite regularly as well. I think Sweden as well. You're allowed to possess a fire. Oh, everyone. Yeah, everyone in Sweden. Yeah, and that's I think it's Sweden, or was it Finland or something like that. And they're in that, it can't be Sweden, and because the crime rate's lower, high in Sweden, but in other there's a Europe. I'm sure it's Finland or something like that. And everyone carries weapons, and there's no trouble. When you've got a society where everyone's got a weapon on them.
Yeah.
But then again, look at America. I don't know. I think it's down to demographics and where the area is and the craziness.
Definitely. It is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Letting unvetted. Yeah. They do. They need to vet them better. Like, well, here, I don't know how it is over there, but over here, it takes, if you have like nothing on your record, I'm talking clear record, no kind of issues, no background issues, no, you've never been to jail, you've never been put, maybe tickets here and there, but that's it. Nothing serious, right? You can get a pow in minutes. As long as your record is clear, like you don't have anything on your record, you don't have any mental issues, because if you have mental health issues and it's been reported, they will not approve you to get a pow in the US. I don't know how it is over there, but they will not give you a pow. But if you have a record, sorry?
I think in the UK now we have to have psychiatric reports and stuff like that done prior.
Hey, McBowsel, how are you doing? I hope I said it right. Thank you for coming in.
Boswell.
Yeah,
Boswell.
I'm sorry?
Mac Boswell. Like McDonald's, Mac, and then Boswell.
Okay, Boswell. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not good with the names that are not like on regular names like Smith and
I'm tickled that I teach my American cousins, because you are our cousins, remember where you come from. Yes. Teaching you English.
Let me see. Farmers ain't shy of bringing out the old double barrel. No, they're not. That's true. That's true. I like what Outlaw is saying. Outlaw, you should have came up here. You have a lot to say in the chat, but you don't ever come up.
That's the name of my friend in Salt Lake City. His name is something Outlaw as well. I wonder if that's him. No, it's not him.
Okay. But yeah, so okay, thank you, Riaz. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry for what happened. I didn't see the chat. I didn't see anything going on in the chat towards you. So I apologize if anybody hurt your feelings, sweetie. We don't ever want to hurt your feelings. You can't have that. Right.
And that's And you got to go, remember,
Definitely.
guys, just touching on that again with the comments earlier on. I mean, you got like a guy there just living his life, okay? And when you start being horrible to some of these people like that, maybe they might start getting influenced by the extremists. Yeah. So, being,
He said
when
he's
you got
from
a
the
good one,
UK.
yeah, exactly. He's from the UK, and
Mhm.
like I said, the conversations we had yesterday were very pleasant, very understanding, and supportive of each other. But when
Yeah.
it's like, say, like a white guy's walking down the road and he gets beaten up by, I don't know, 15 black men, just for argument's sake, yeah, that could make him into a far right racist that he hates anybody black. Doesn't mean that all black people are like that. Do you understand?
Right.
So that's why we've got to have some respect for each other.
Yes, because it's to me, every race, every nationality, it doesn't matter. It's not that. It's the human being, the person in that body that causes, the issues in this world. It's nothing to do with, oh, you're this color, oh, you're that, oh, you're this. No, it's everybody.
Sorry.
Everybody and anybody who does the wrong thing, that decides to go and unalive people, I'm racist to that. I'm sorry. You cannot go and unalive a child, and I'm not going to be racist on, that's just how I feel. I don't like rapists. I don't like kids who get touched by people. That I'm racist to those people. I think those people, because people have to suffer through their whole life with this type of thing, they have to, their whole future is going to be messed up, right? So why not them suffer the rest of their life in prison? That's how I feel. Oh boy. He said another dude has been caught with a knife in Southport today. Wow. That's horrible. So what did they do? They arrested him. So what are these people? Why are these people coming out with knives after everything happened? That should be a trick. That's got to be like a trigger for everybody to have somebody walking around with these machetes and knives, right? Isn't that what's going on right now? Everybody's kind of like on a, they're on their P's and Q's, right? They're scared. He'll be right back. He's muted. Oh my goodness. I just don't understand why these people are doing this. Why are they bringing knives around everybody that's going with everything that's going on right now? It's got to be a trigger for everybody. Okay, you guys, I hope you're being nice in the chat. He'll be back. He's doing something. Outlaw, would you like to come up? Lisa hasn't came back. I think she might have been, I hope I didn't scare her off. Okay, Daryl. Outlaw, are you still in here, Tank? He brought a knife into school. Yeah. Wow. Oh, Jesus. What is wrong with these people? Hold on.
The sound of silence. Sorry,
No. I was looking up the situation that's going on, that people are getting arrested for having knives.
Where? They're all here.
Yeah, in the UK.
Oh my! Well, the thing is, some of them aren't arrested. We had one guy. He went up. There's a video of it where he went up to. He's on a push bike in London. Went up to some car, because that's another thing they do. They come up on these electric bikes, either rob your phone off you or rob you, and then ride off on these powerful electric bikes. In a lovely summer day like this, with all hoods on and balaclavas, and he went up to this car, and it's a Chinese guy driving the car, and he pulled out this bloody great big zombie knife. It was like out The Walking Dead, and he was smashing it against the window. He didn't receive a prison sentence.
Jesus.
That's another thing as well. There's a 2-tier sentencing. As well as the police, we get 2-tier sentencing from the courts, for certain crimes.
Right.
Yeah, and these people that come over here and stuff like that, they seem to near enough get away scot-free. So that's another thing that British public are upset about. The thing is, the prisons are all full. We've got a lot of foreign prisoners in the prisons. And when they're released here illegally, they're not even being deported, very rarely. And that's another thing that's costing us. And then they have to have the interpreters as well. You've got ones that have been here for years on end. They've claimed benefits, done fraud, welfare, and loads of other things. And then when it comes to the court, they need an interpreter. Suddenly they can't speak English. Which is costing us, I think it was in the news today, funny enough. I think they said it's 25 million.
Look what Andy said. A 51-year-old lady in Southport, is that how you say it?
Suffolk.
Was beaten by 5 men and sadly died. They hid. Why are we angry? Wait, when did this happen? Recently?
Yes, that wasn't very long ago. We're getting these type of things all the time. The thing is, what it was, the EU, when we were in the EU, before you get a description of the attacker. Now you get a description. I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm race baiting or something, but it is just what it is. And they say, say like there's a rapist, they give a description of a rapist, white, 6'2", but when we don't get a description, we know, it did get to a point where it's the EU, like with terrorism attacks, not to publish pictures or anything like that, or any. People are wise to that now.
Yeah.
With security, I got access to court listings. I can get the name and find out if they've been charged, if they've been put in prison, what they got. And I'll tell you what, the court listings, there are not many John Smiths or Jane Does in there, if you know what I mean. It's just an observation. I mean, like I said, if no one talks about these things, it'll never get resolved. And that's what's been happening all these years. Never resolved, not allowed to talk about it. It's hate speech, not allowed to post anything on Facebook. People getting knocks on the door, being arrested. So yeah, it goes on and on and on. So, yeah. What's this? Alex Snackbar saying the guy in Southport today was caught by DJ Mood. Let me have a quick look. Apparently, the guy in Southport was caught on video by DJ. Let's have a little look. Little tidbits of information. Oh, I'm dying for a beer. Oh, I'm so dying for a beer. Me, DJ. Right, let's have a look.
Andy, is it Andy? Addie? I'm sorry. Addie said it happened Wednesday.
Oh, hang on a minute. No, I know what he's on about. Right, so let me just have a look at the guy. Hang on a second. So if I remember, mute that. Do you remember I told you that everyone was peacefully at the memorial that day with flowers, families in Stockport, in the town centre? The mayor turned up, everyone's crying and all that kind of stuff, and that it was all peaceful, considering. And then they went to the mosque. Then the reason why they went to the mosque is 400 yards away, somebody that looked Arab. How's that? Somebody that looked Arab
Oh my God, she was
on that
talking to her
really,
daughter.
really hot day was dressed in black, like a uniform, you know, like a military kind of black like ninja kind of
Yeah.
thing, with a balaclava, with a knife, walking towards the vigil. Now, I'm just watching the video now. DJ E, like I said, I know him. He's a Swindon lad as well. He's got a video by the looks of it. Thank you very much, Alan Snackbar. Let's have a look. Looks like he's got a video of the actual guy. Is that the arrest? So that's not his video, that's someone else's, I should imagine. Yeah, so here we go. This is a I've seen the videos, but this is a more on the ground one. Because there's people hanging out of windows filming it. This is a bit more detailed. So I'm skipping through it all to see. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
and
what's
by the
happening.
way, God bless. I wanted to show people who missed the video yesterday because it went by so quickly. The one where you saw him and he was wearing a green and he was pacing back and forth. Can you show that video again?
Yeah, I can do. Give me a moment. I'm just quickly looking at this one here.
Yeah. Well, after that, yes, definitely. Appreciate it.
Because I was talking to somebody else about this today as well, and he was talking to some. He's got his own channel as well, and he was telling we were talking about it. And I said I think that was the catalyst for the riots outside the mosque, with somebody Islamic looking, perhaps Arab, with a knife coming towards the place where everyone's crying their eyes out, like a secondary attack. And he said he had an argument with some lefties, and they showed him some pictures of the guy. He's actually white, but when you look at these videos, the other ones that are circulating around, it doesn't seem the case. But I can't. Let me just get. There's a snapshot. He does kind of look. Oh, let me get my glasses on.
Okay. How that goes.
To be fair, he could be a normal guy, English guy, indigenous. Though he looks like he's got black eyes, I don't know, and maybe a tan. I don't know. There's no name of this guy yet. The police hasn't released the name of this guy. All right, let me just go back to this thing he was on about yesterday. Right, so door cam footage. I think I saw that in the Daily Mail. So bear with me a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. Daily Mail. Right, so we go. What do you think about the Olympics? That the boxing match between that poor little Italian lady against that trans guy, 6'6", whatever he was.
Oh, I heard something about it, but I never followed it.
Oh, I mean, this has got. I mean, he could have killed her. That's like legalizing murder. It was like the Incredible Hulk against Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
You know, and you could even obviously he's obviously pre-op or something, because you can see his little todger sticking out of his shorts. So he's still got his tackle, as we say, in his shorts. I just think that's also wrong. That shouldn't have been allowed. And he broke her nose, apparently. I don't know. And then it was over within 45 seconds, and the poor girl just fell on the floor crying when they announced it's over. And she's so much smaller than him as well. It's really wrong. Yeah, so much to be fixed in this world. I'm trying to look for this video I did yesterday. Maybe you might have to replay what we did yesterday. Okay, stop walk. Let me just stop. Let me just go back one. Stop. Oh, it's another hot one today. in the UK. We're having some really heat waves here at the moment. Where's the video? Southport. Right, here we go. Let's try that. Okay. Let's go to videos. Oh, is that the one? No, let's try doorbell, door cam, video, Southport attacker. Loads of attacks in Stockport by the look of it. They're not the one I'm looking for. It is Stockport, yeah. Door cam. Attacker. What else got there? Door cam. Door cam. Video. No. It's a bit elusive as the Cobra meeting. Stockport CCTV. Let's try that. Let's come out of companies. I can't find it at this very moment. Probably better off playing yesterday's stream with it on. I don't know.
Give him a minute. He'll find it, you guys.
Oh, you really want it? Okay, all right, bloody hell. Right, okay, right. So let me look at my history for yesterday. Bring up another page. Go down to my history. It's probably going to be quicker. But I do go through 1 million pages a day.
Okay, together. Thank you, sweetie.
Yesterday. Right, here we go. Yesterday. And it's quite late in the day, so. Come on. It's there somewhere. 4,000 pages. Oh, it's time to do a search. There you go. Not today, yesterday. Here we go. And I've got it. Right then, so let me just enlarge it and prime it up ready for you. And go like that. And then go to update. Yep, that's working. Right then, so I'll present the screen now. Just minimize that. I'll just go to this. Here we go. Right, you ready for present, share screen, and then go to chilling moment, share. Tell me when you're ready.
All righty.
Okay, let me just go back to that page and enlarge and press play. So this is just moments, about an hour or so, just before he went and, well, that's him on his way apparently, because the attack happened about 11:30, I believe. So that's him going there, and that's him wandering around again. And as you can see, he's got his green hoodie on. It was a hot day yesterday, that day as well. That apparently is at his parents' house. Something about waiting for a taxi or something like that.
Right.
And that's the police. That's the police now. If you look at the timelines, that's like what, 2 hours later. So 2 hours to get him. Looks like he's got sunglasses on there as well. I don't know. Definitely got one of those nappy
like
masks on. Oops, sorry. Let's go back one. I'll play it again. Go on. So 11:11. No, his hands are both quite free there, but when he comes back, he seems to be holding something in his, trouser leg like that. It could be that's where he put the machete or whatever weapon he used down there. Because you quite often see these guys being pulled over rather, and the police hold them up against the wall and they pull off out their trousers like a 2-foot long machete. Did the police draw their weapons before they got out, when they got out of the car?
I would be ready knowing that something crazy like that was going on.
Yeah. 13:29. I just want to know why they've cut it. They've edited this video. You see, when the police car looks. When the police cars pull up, let's go forward a bit. Here we go. 11:29. That's someone else's doorbell. And then they pull up. There's no continuity. See? Next thing is they're at the door. Next door neighbour, what's she doing? Was she out already? No. Police pull up, then she's out. Something about telling them how to go around the back. Look, you see that? Look, so, yeah, you go around the back. Look, there you go. There's around the back there. Go on, off you go. Had enough of this video? You knew?
Say it again.
Have you had enough of this video?
Oh yeah, you can take it down. Yeah, that's
Right.
it. Woo! It's a hectic video right there. It tells it all right there. He was pacing back and forth. That means, that to me would be premeditated, because he didn't just go in there, oh my God, and boom, hectic. He was walking back and forth and pacing, like thinking what he's going to do first or how he's going to get in, right? That's what I would think with him pacing back and forth.
Yeah, Sharon Baxter has commented that, there's a video. Everyone's got CCTV. That's my main business. Everyone's got CCTV. Even if these little doorbell things people get on Amazon Prime for like quarter of the price. Everybody's got some kind of footage out there.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot more they're not showing us. I'm keeping an eye on Twitter, or I'm not on that. What do they call it? Snapchat or whatever that one is, or something like that. And I bet there's probably stuff out there, but normally people will repost it back onto Twitter.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more out there. I just want to know if the police have seized it, they've gone round there off other people, so it doesn't cause any more, tension and stuff like that. I don't know. But it's got to be more than that. And the parents as well. Their house. That's their house there now. Have they? If that was my son that done that.
Oh, let me say hello to everybody.
You wouldn't stay there, would you?
Yeah, Axel. Hello, how are you? That name it triggers me just a little bit, not because of you, but because of that name, because of that kid. I'm sorry. Squadgy. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. Hello, how are you? I think that's it. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's just saying. If your son, I don't know what your age is, and I don't need to know your age, but if you say like you're a mother and you had a son that went and done that, now your for starters, your home is being plastered all over the world where you are. It won't take much to find it. And would you be able to sleep at night in that house?
No.
I'd be waiting for a petrol bomb to come through my window.
No, I would not. What he just did, that was inhumane. And for him to be if my son was doing something like that, he would definitely not be coming back in. I'm sorry. I love my kid.
No,
but
I mean, if he'd have been arrested. I mean, no. What I'm trying to say is the public know that was his house where he lived. You're the parents. They can't get to him. What are they going to do next?
Oh, you mean like if they come for them because they can't get to
or the
him?
house, or to set fire to the house. It happens. We've had that here in England. Say we've had a child rapist or somebody that's sexually abused a child. Once our communities find out who that person is, trust me, we are a lynch mob within seconds. The police have to get there quickly before they've had their justice dealt to them. And the house will be petrol bombed and windows smashed. That's how our community deal with these type of people. You know,
Yeah.
Once it gets out, that person is that kind of person. I won't use the N word, which ends in C, E rather. Oh God, dyslexic tonight. Yeah, we have what it is, like the word originates from prison, and it was not allowed. Oh man, was it allowed on circular exercise, not on communal circular exercise. What that meant was that person, while they were in prison, while everyone goes out for their daily exercise around the yard, you know, walking around like rodents trapped in a cage, those persons had the word NONCE on their door outside, because if they went out in general, you know, like public with the rest of the prisoners, they'd be dead. They would be undeaded, what do you call it? Unlifed. Sorry.
Unalive.
trying to get used to your terminologies. Very alien to me. You know, and even to this day, this guy, I was speaking to some people last night, and they've been in prison a few times, and I know prison officers as well. I've done work in prisons and stuff like that back in the day, and what they do is that will get around. He'd be put into a secure kind of wing where they're locked up most of the time. But if he locked up in a place, a part of the prison where there's other people like him, okay?
Yes.
What will happen is, it happens all the time. On another floor, normal prisoners, perhaps because it's overcrowded, will be unlocked. And the prison officers aren't all bad. They might accidentally forget to lock Axel's cell. Okay?
Right.
There's a very strong chance of that, especially in this case. And the thing is, this guy is in a juvenile prison with the testosterone levels are so high as it is. One of the most violent places to reside in the country, with these young men, you know, taken off the streets, not allowed to have any girlfriends or, you know, like time on their own with them. They're very frustrated and very angry. This will, the numbers. It'd be on a governor's protection, 45. It's called governor's protection, or a VP wing, vulnerable person. Not all vulnerable persons are that kind of caliber. It could be that they've bought drugs off somebody and couldn't afford to pay it back. So you have this system in prison. It's called double bubble. Say if I borrowed $1 off you, next week I've got to give you $2. And if I don't pay you next week,
look what Andy said. The main weapon in prison is boiling sugar, water. It's brutal like acid. Ooh, Lord.
Yes. So what you do is you get a jug of boiling hot water and you put sugar into it. Now you know. Have you ever cooked fried a tomato with its skin on? That is the effect. The skin will split away from the flesh. Yes. And what they do is normally they come up behind you and they put a blanket over you and then chuck the water in. So the blanket sticks to your skin as well. These blankets are like really crappy material.
Yeah.
And there's all this other expression called striping. If you want to know about these things. Yes. Right, so what they do is, I know there's not supposed to be any weapons in prison, but believe me, people are resourceful. Prisoners are like the A-team. They're like the 18. You know,
Yes.
what they do is they get a plastic toothbrush. You're allowed to shave. But you get these tiny little skinny blades. And they melt the toothbrush and they put two blades about 5 millimeters apart from each other. Now, the object of it is when you get striped, what they do is they come up with these two blades, run it across your face, so it cuts your face open. The reason being is they put the two blades there is because you can't stitch them together. Think about it. If you got one cut, you can get that sewed up, stitched together. If you got two of very close proximity of each other, they can't stitch it up. They get stitched up instead. So basically, it's like snitches get stitches.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know.
And with that sugar, it's got to be hard, like, because you know how like when you when you boil the water and the sugar together, and it's if you don't put enough water, it'll stick to the pan, and you have to sit there and scrub to remove it. That's got to burn the heck out of you.
Yeah. The sugar will crystallize on your skin.
Yes.
Like, so it's boiling water melts onto cold surface like your skin. It'll crystallize and then split your skin, and that's it. You're marked for life. Marked for life.
Yes.
But but the trouble is, it's only done in extreme circumstances. Well, no, I wouldn't say done it. I've heard of stories where people just owe somebody, like, some tobacco, although it's supposed to be banned now, or like a little spliff, a little little bit of weed, and they haven't paid them back. So you get the double bubble effect. So like I said, say you bought $1, you didn't pay me the next week, which is supposed to be $2. The following week, canteen week, you owe me $4, and it doubles up each time. So 2, 4, 8, 6, 32. And if you can't pay it, you're gonna get it. There's no police in there,
Right. Wow.
I know the guards are there, but no. It's a very it is way past beyond the Thunderdome in there.
Yes. I get what you're saying.
So anyways, bizarre little subjects and twists and turns there.
You guys listen to what he's saying. He's giving you guys knowledge. Oh man.
What a horrible thing to lose your liberty.
I have a short video I'd like to share with you guys. I got it off of I believe it was Sky News today. Let me pull it up real quick. It's a short video. It's just giving you like an update.
Most people in prison suffer from dyslexia.
Yeah, it's only 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Oh, I need a drink. Oh.
All right. It's like I said, a few minutes.
All hail the ale.
It's actually on my channel, so it's going to be okay. I don't have to worry about any.
Here in the UK, more protests are planned for the coming days across the country in the wake of the Southport stabbing attack in which 3 little girls were killed. 7 men have been charged with violent disorder over clashes with police in Hartlepool. This comes after a judge made the exceptional decision to name the 17-year-old suspect after he appeared in court yesterday. That was in an attempt to prevent further misinformation spreading online. Well, our North of England correspondent Fraser Maud is in Southport for us. And Fraser, the community there really trying to maintain cohesion, meanwhile fears more nationally that cohesion becoming ever more lost.
That's right, and the people here in Southport, the last thing they need is more violence that's being fueled by the tragic events here that took place on Monday, there are concerns that there could potentially be more protests here. We saw protests here on Tuesday night, centred around the local mosque. A lot of damage caused there, several arrests made, really ugly scenes, thugs, according to the Prime Minister, taking part in that social unrest, and that has spread to other parts of the country as well, with fears that there may be more at the weekend. In the meantime, here in Southport, still very quiet here, still people coming to bring flowers to show their respects. We've got a mound of soft toys here. It rained on Wednesday night and people came out, local community came out, took away all the soft toys to make sure they didn't get damaged, and then brought them back and replaced them here yesterday in order to make sure that they protected them. Last night, boxes of chalk were left here for young children, for local children to come and pay their respects. We see here, BB, Alice, Elsie Dot, we love you, keep dancing. So many messages like that. Young angels, fly high, we love you. One that simply says, missing you forever and more. I've just seen a young child, young boy, writing how much he misses his friends here. It's heartbreaking to see young children here having to pay their tributes and pay their respects to children their own age whose lives have tragically been taken. And this is the Southport that the people here want to be broadcast. This is the Southport that people here want the world to see, a loving, caring, sharing and supportive community. The good news is that the mosque, which was damaged in the incident on Tuesday night, has reopened. It will be opened for prayers today, prayers to be held in English and in Arabic, and the imam there says they're expecting, because it's the holiday season as well, maybe up to 250 people appearing there. There's a unity march planned in Liverpool for tomorrow for people to come together and show that they will not be cowed by these acts of random violence which are taking place and which some claim online are in the name of protecting children. They don't want that. This is a community that needs no more heartache. It's got plenty.
Fraser, thank you so much. Well, as I mentioned in the introduction to Fraser there, fears about national cohesion and the response across the country to the incident in Southport. Well, the Prime Minister has announced that a new police unit will be set up to tackle violent disorder across the country. That's in the wake of those riotous scenes that we've seen.
So, misinformation. Yeah. Listen, it's not like that at all. People have had enough. You just got to go to social media everywhere else. Well, they're like what's his name? Hang on, where is he? Outlaw. Remember I said to you earlier on. He says as well, Sky News Australia are more decent than all of them. You should be able to get that without a VPN because you're in a different country. But this trying to make out. I mean, I don't know. I bet. What's the betting? That Keir Starmer gave that mosque a couple of million to replace that window. This is how it is. They're funding, so much money goes to them from our taxes as well. It just, we're losing our churches, we're losing our bars, our public, pubs, our English pubs, being turned into other things, and we're losing our sense of community.
Yeah.
And without community, you have chaos.
Yeah, can you give me a second? I'm sorry. I have to address this really quickly. Terry, please stop putting warnings in there. They were just playing around. They're just playing around. And warning will make people not want to be in here because they're going to feel like they're being attacked left and right. Please, Terry, stop putting warnings in there because the only thing I would want you to do is if anybody says anything negative, like racist, things like that, that's when you want to get rid of people on the chat. Everybody that's in the chat right now is just, they're like having fun with each other. I've been looking through this chat. I haven't seen anything negative. So please, can you stop putting the warnings in there? Because you're going to make people not want to come to this chat, and it's not what I want. I want them to be able to be comfortable and feel safe in here, because this is a safe place for everyone to have their own opinion and their own thoughts. Please. Thank you.
Yeah. It's just a moderator should protect. The first priority is to protect the channel from any strikes, and that could be something like I said yesterday, someone type in N.I.G. or something else like that. Racial comments like that will cause offence to other people, unless they're a rapper, of course. No, I'm joking.
All right, well, you didn't say anything wrong. Sorry.
Free speech is paramount. It's the most important thing for expression. And if people can't talk to each other, bullying is a different thing. It's a different thing altogether as well. That's another bad thing. That's not free speech. That's just nasty. But anyway.
That's why I don't like mod anybody, because they always put something in the chat that doesn't have, like they do things in the chat, and I don't want that, because that's not where I want people. I want everybody that comes in my chat to be comfortable and safe, so they don't, if anybody's saying anything like disrespectful, you would notice it. This is them just playing around in the chat. You can see they're putting LOL in the chat, and they're making comments that have nothing to do being they're not being disrespectful to each other. Please just stop putting that in chat. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to take your wrench away again. Okay, Alan, thank you. I'll see you in a little bit. Just let me know when you're ready so I could drop it. I'll behave. You didn't do anything wrong, Alan. You're good. Oh, okay, sorry. This is the kind of interruptions I don't like on my chat, in my lives. Interruptions of me having to stop and constantly, say something to a moderator. I've never had to do this before. This is the first time, and yesterday was the other time. Please don't do that. I would appreciate it. Or like I said, I'm going to have to take that wrench away. I'm sorry. Everybody in here has to feel safe and comfortable to speak, because we all have our own opinions, and we all have discussions in here, and we all have to respect that. Everybody has their own opinions and thoughts.
Yeah, banter's okay, but don't let the banter be spiteful. We all like to have a laugh and a joke. Like I just said a minute ago. Someone starts typing NIG. Except for the rappers, of course.
Yeah, those words are not even. Yeah, those words aren't even allowed in my chat. I have them blocked. So, like if somebody says the N word or certain curse words or anything like that, they will not be able to. It will not show. The only way it'll show if a moderator shows it, which I don't. They need to know not to do that. We
could be having Snoop Doggy Dog in the chat, and he might be saying a shout out to everyone, and we won't even know.
Yeah.
So that's a joke. That's banter as well. God.
Yeah. No, there's certain words they can't say because I feel like they're saying so, because some people will, they're it's called like words of endearment, but for YouTube, they don't see it as a word of endearment. They show it as being, disrespectful or calling people out of their names, and then YouTube will take that video down.
Yeah. And you'll get a strike, and I think it's
you get strike too, exactly. Yeah, and I don't want those. I don't want the word strike in my studio where it says, your channel has been taken down and you now have a strike. Please don't do that. I don't want that.
And that's another thing about, you've got to worry about letting people you've got to have a little bit of faith in the human race, but things like it's quieting down a bit now, but porn bombing. Remember all that? I don't know if you get that over in America, where you get somebody come up onto a panel, hi guys, and he's there, and you got the AI ones now. I could come across as looking like you in real time life through an AI image generator and a voice generator, and then suddenly put a load of porn on, like horrific porn, content. And you can get a strike from that. That's calmed down now, thank God. But you have to be a real sick individual to do that in the first place.
Right.
Especially like
talking.
So everyone in the UK, you better buckle up. It's going to be a fast ride this weekend. It's going to happen. It's you can't unless we're going to have the heavens open up upon us, and we have the most torrential thunderstorms and biblical rain. It's a nice weekend. People are going to go out, especially now. Well, not my Prime Minister. The UK's Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has thrown the gauntlet down. Basically, it's almost as if we're walking into a trap. And people are ready for it. And I just hope the police, I just pray to God, just pray one thing, that the police take off their helmets and put their batons in front of their feet and don't attack us, protesters, non-violent protesters. It's just wanting things to change, wanting our children to be safe. What did you call your father-in-law? You won't say father-in-law at your birthday or Christmas, will you?
No.
Who's your dad?
Roger.
Right, okay, go and get Roger to buy your presents then.
My dad's Roger Taylor.
No, Roger Taylor. No,
Why?
he's a white lefty. Anyway, go, I'm on a live. Oh, thank
I
you.
hate you now.
You hate me, why? What? Who's Roger Taylor?
From Queen.
Oh, him.
No.
Oh, go away, naughty girl.
Hello,
Right.
little one.
Say hello. She's suddenly become American as well.
Yo, they're extended clusters.
It's got a good accent, isn't it? Come here. Any more?
Oh my gosh, your outfit is to die for right now.
Did she sound American to you?
A little bit, yes. I can't do your accent. She could probably do mine better. You know, they have a lot of people who when they talk, they have they got a UK accent or even other accents, right? And then when they sing, they sound like they're just American. Like there's no accent. You can't even hear their accent in their voice. So yeah, she's probably doing better than I would.
Oh yeah, the Americans can't do British accents. We've seen it.
I'm British.
All right, mate. What time are we going to the pub? Yeah, that's how the Americans would do it. Like, we go, all right, mate. What time we go down the pub then?
You did lose your southern accent a wee bit. I did? I lost my accent? I could do like a valley girl, like in, like California, like, oh my God, like totally like that. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm in Swindon, Wiltshire, by the way. I've been asked. Alan Snack Bar. I hope you're not too lubricated yet. He was a little bit lubricated last night.
I think he was talking to you. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to him, Outlaw?
Alan.
Hey, Alan, how are you? Thank you for coming up.
I think he's not really. I think he's lubricated. He's not even unmuting himself.
Yeah, he's muted. Unmute.
Who's Welsh? Bristol.
Oh, can you hear me?
I live in South London, mate, and I moved down to Swindon because it's such a shithole in Croydon. Oh wow! So who said I'm Welsh or Bristol? No, I'm gonna laugh. Anyway, how you doing, Alan? How many you had?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I've just opened my first tinny, bro. So I was a bit inebriated last night. So if I apologise if I was waffling on a bit.
I got a sigh of that's right. I did say to you, I think you've had a few, and you go, no, and then you went,
no, I didn't.
Yeah. It's all right. It's not.
Anyway. I said I did say to you, yeah, I've had a couple of scoops.
It was gone stellar o'clock, wasn't it? It's time for in the evenings to have a couple of drinks to unwind and anaesthetise yourself and the rest of the family.
Bro, I'd been to Southport. Through the daytime with the missus and put some flowers down yesterday. So when I got So when I got back, I just opened some beers and I ended up getting a bit drunk. So I apologise for that.
Listen, you weren't steaming, you weren't repeating yourself, you weren't slurring, you held it well. So there's nothing wrong with having a little drink in the evening, is there?
Yeah. Oh, with everything that's going on, it's going to make you want to drink. It's going to make you want to drink with everything that's going on.
It's an emotional time, isn't it?
Yes.
The world's changing fast.
Too fast.
Very emotional.
With very little being done about it. That's why us Brits. I think this is it. This is the one. This weekend. This is it. We are. The way the police treating us.
Yeah, you're right. I've just watched Danny Tomo just put a video up. I don't know if you've seen it because you've been on the live. But,
yeah, I've been on the live.
He was explaining just to sort of put it all in a box. He was explaining why he got off from London because people the people that he was with said that they overheard the police mention his name and start pointing at him and targeting him. So, and he thought that the same thing would happen to him that happened to Tommy. Yeah, he thought he'll get banned from London. He won't be able to help in the future and stuff. So that's the reason he gave for leaving the protest. And he's also calling for peaceful protests this weekend. He's saying to try and voice your opinion in the right way rather than picking bricks up and kicking off, but still turn up.
We all are. Paul thought, all of us. I mean, I messaged Danny last night, a direct message. Obviously, he's very busy. I was trying to see if he'd come on the channel with us because he went on Talk Radio yesterday, and Talk Radio was Nick Dubois, right? Absolutely ripped into him. Danny came on, told them all. We didn't use his surname. Don't use anyway. He came on and said, "Yeah, I was the organizer last night," and that Nick Dubois tried to make him look a right villain, a thuggery, football violence, far right. And it was not like that at all. You know for yourself watching the video back. Yeah. And then afterwards, after Danny got off the live Talk Radio, he hang on there. Oh, what's the matter? He's crapping himself. You should see his change of attitude today because everyone was ringing him, messaging him, saying you're out of order. You know, whose side are you on, kind of thing. That's not what happened at all. You're getting like the BBC, you know, to twist things. So yeah, a different stance on his show today. But basically pooping it. Hang on a second.
Still standing with the Patriots. Just giving an explanation of why he left, because he thought it would be detrimental in the long run, because he wouldn't be able to go to London and stand with the people again, because they would block him out of London like they did with Tommy. Remember that? But yeah, and he also said now is the time before this goes too far, where you can't, before legislation or even emergency legislation is sort of passed, and you can't even go on the street and voice your opinion. You know, that's the way it's heading. Yeah, and he was saying if you go into a protest, or he's asking people to assemble tomorrow, but do it in a peaceful manner. Which is there's a protest in my hometown. Well, say my hometown, just outside Lancaster.
Outlaw.
There's a protest tomorrow. Big up Leeds, West Yorkshire, Peter Offlaw, is it?
Thank you, Outlaw.
You think it's going to kick off, Outlaw? Yeah, I think they've named 15 cities where there's protests. So it's like Glasgow, Middlesbrough, Lancaster, Manchester, Liverpool, Midlands, the south of the country. So there's a lot of protests being organised through social media for tomorrow. Quite a lot of people are going to turn out, I think. Living Waters UK, have you got any sniff? Get it together, mate. Come on.
Living Waters, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
He's saying, have you got any sniff? Sniff in UK means cocaine. So
and I don't know if I was muted, but I think I might have been muted. Thank you, Outlaw. I appreciate you saying that. And you're welcome about me covering. I think I don't know if I was muted or not. I looked at my thing and it was muted. My bad.
Big up the Outlaw. Lead service crew will be out as well. You've got to go to your protest. You've got to go to the local protest tomorrow. And even if you get arrested, you've got to keep it peaceful, because then you've taken a righteous stance. If we start throwing bricks and kicking off, then you're not addressing the problem with the right sort of dimension.
Mm-hmm.
You're instigating a violent response. If you turn out in numbers all over the country in a peaceful manner, no matter what the police do, if they start attacking you and want to arrest you, fair enough. I'll be going to the protest tomorrow with that same mindset, and I have some good people around me as well. And we're going there just to voice our opinion, and we'll be filming it. And if the police do get aggressive for no reason, then it'll go on social media. And I'm quite sure that if they're going to use that angle, then this people
there's
right
going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot tomorrow. There's going to be I mean, the thing is, which one do you want to go to? There's so much choice now, and I'm glad there is.
Your local town where you live, where it matters, where the immigrants and asylum seekers are wandering around your towns, and you're paying for it. That's the protest you need to go to. You need to assemble locally in units, and if it comes to it, then we can make it bigger.
By the hotels, stop the food coming in, stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a protest outside a hotel in Manchester yesterday. I don't know if you saw that, but there's little protest. It was outside an asylum.
Or Yorkshire Rose. Who was that?
Who covered that? Let me think. It'll come back to me. But if you just you can type that in YouTube, no doubt, and it'll come up.
Yeah.
I can't remember whose channel I saw that on, but there was the police attacking somebody in Manchester as well. On an estate, there was a few people that were arguing with the police. No, this wasn't. It's on YouTube. It's a few people started arguing with the police about the state of the country, what's going on, and the police just stood back, called in reinforcements, and battered them and arrested them.
Did you see that one where there's a guy having a barbecue with his family, and you see the footage, and the police turn up, right, and just he goes out there, and they just smash him down to the ground and start beating him up. He just stood there, he's having a barbecue with his family. And then all the women and kids are coming out asking the police to stop, and the police threw them back. Yeah, I mean, the police have... So the thing is, right, if the police haven't got our support, they've got nothing, because the other ones, the Palestine protesters and that, they hate them as well.
Have you heard of... God bless, have you heard of BuzzTex from Lancaster? An auditor.
Possibly, yeah. Like I said to you yesterday, I can go on a channel and I start typing and I'm in blue. I'm a moderator on it. I've just subscribed to so many channels. It's hard to... I mean, I can't even remember my own kids' names, let alone anyone else's.
Well, I'll tell you a little story then. So I was walking through Morecambe Town Centre, and in that area, this was just coming out of COVID lockdown.
Tom.
Oh, it might have been actually through COVID, the back end of COVID lockdown. So we have in the town in Morecambe a Michael Jackson impersonator, right? And he goes into town, puts his speaker on, he doesn't ask for money, and he dances, right? And all the kids love him, and he's always on social media and stuff. He's completely bonkers, but he's just, and he's I think he's a Christian as well, right? So this is what he does. So I'm walking through the town one day, and I had a Panasonic Times 90 camera in my pocket, and I looked, and he was being surrounded by police, right? So you can watch the video of what I did on BuzzTex posted it on his site. It got I posted it on my Facebook, and it got 35,000 views within a week because of what had happened, right? So this is just coming out of COVID lockdown, and 6 police officers had surrounded him, and so I thought, what's going on there? This guy can't have committed a crime. So I got my camera out, I switched it on, and I approached the situation, and I walked right around the perimeter of what was going on, and they were saying, "You've got to stop dancing," right? And they were demanding his name and his address. So I said to him, Michael, I said, just chill. So I filmed it all, and I said, can somebody tell me what's going on? And he said, yeah, he needs to move on. And I said, is he committing an offence? And this woman police officer, well, he's not committing an offence at this moment. I said, you're trying to arrest him for public order. And I said to the other police officer, he hasn't committed a crime, so you've got no reason to ask for his name and address, right? I said, so what are you doing? And they all looked a bit startled. So I ended up going going back and forwards with them a few times. And I said, you know what? I said, you're intimidating a good member of our public. I said, he's done nothing wrong. He's dancing. People enjoy what he does. But for whatever reason, you're telling him to stop. Right? I said, let's get a sergeant down here. And the moment I said that, and it's all on camera, they went, oh, there's no need for that. It's okay. And they all walked off round the corner. Disappeared. And I thought, wow. Yeah, so I left.
As Tex, as in XX, he's got about 85 subscribers. 85,000. Is that the one?
Yeah, BUZZTEX.
Yeah.
So it's, if you go on his channel and type in Michael Jackson, it'll show the video of what happened. So I that was me with the camera. I was filming it. So I've been fighting injustice for a long time. I've been awake for quite a while, let's say. And where there's injustice, especially with the police, because this guy, this Michael Jackson of Morecambe, he'd been beat up by 6 bullies not long before this incident, right? People just taking the mick out of him, just like local young lads, 19, 20, and they battered him, and it really affected him, you know. And he got some decent people around him and said, come on, don't let this stop you. And he was back out on the street. So when I came across this situation, I thought the police are doing what these young lads did, in a sense, just bending the law in a legal sense. So anyway, I left that situation, and I got home and I put my Facebook on, and somebody else has started filming it and posted it online. As soon as I went with my camera, all the police come running back round the corner and jumped on him, and twisted his arms up. I put him in handcuffs. He was screaming, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I haven't done anything wrong. They just put him in the van. And that is, for me, if you've got a framework of law, you practice within that. You don't step out that. Otherwise, then you're acting illegally too. And the police were clearly acting illegally that day, you know. And that's the first sort of injustice with the police I've witnessed properly. And then you can bring that up to date, and you're watching what's going on in the protests with 73-year-old women that are getting arrested for nothing. And the police are saying,
the pacemaker, never been arrested.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother. So I've witnessed this. I've been fighting corruption, and I've been standing up against this for a long time. But it's like the police have become the biggest gang in Britain.
Yeah,
and they've got the full weapons. They've got tasers, guns. If you're not allowed, obviously, to have anything to fight back with. So they've got the command of every situation. And Bannerman from Liverpool.
Yeah, look
from
Liverpool.
Yeah,
house evictions, the illegal house repossessions, and the police being involved. Gang.
Yeah, that's his thing, isn't it?
It's not even conspiracy. It's absolutely 100% true, and you can see it all. Bannerman.
He's a clever guy, yeah. He's a clever guy, yeah. I know Bannerman. I know that dude.
He's
I know
good,
his channel, yeah.
Yeah,
he's very good,
guy.
There's quite a few auditors.
Another example of us standing together legally, peacefully.
Yeah. But it seems when you approach that angle, and that guy Bannerman, he's very well versed in law. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
He's brilliant, isn't he? And
got
the people around him.
Yeah, he's got an awesome team as well. But the problem he gets is he's that good. He's researched law that much because he knew he was in the right. Then other people try and replicate that, and they don't really know what they're talking about, which gives the police leverage to impose or to bend the rules of the law and just arrest people. But when you come across auditors that know what they know the score, then the police always take a backward step. Always. In every video I've ever watched, you know, and there's News West Yorkshire, there's tons of them, isn't there?
Yeah. There's so many good people out there now that they are the real media. They are the people just showing us what's going on. I mean, there's another thing as well. I mean, I don't think you knew.
Hello, Trevor.
You knew, right? We have the thing in England as well. I don't think you're going to get this in America. You know, you get preachers preaching the Lord, Jesus Christ. They get arrested here because they're causing alarm and fear to certain communities. Yet, sorry to go down this road again. This is another point we've got to address, and Riaz, if you're listening to it, where they can get the Islam going out there preaching, giving out free Quran. They got these loud hailers singing the prayers, call to prayer. But if you're, a Christian, you get arrested. I swear to that is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's a Geordie guy called Curtis. He's a big black lad. He's a Christian, and he posted a video online about 5 or 6 days ago. And there was a Pride festival going past, right, in Newcastle. Yeah. So he stood on like a bench and he's filming it, and he's saying to the people going past that what you're doing is against God's word. You're committing sin, right? And people were shouting abuse at him, and they were saying all things I won't repeat. But he carried on with his message. That's his message, what he believes in. Everybody's got the right to speech, so he continued. And in the end, the police came and dragged him off the bench and threatened to arrest him if he didn't leave the area with like a dispersal notice. And all he was doing was preaching from the Bible. That's it. But they said that he was instigating some kind of violent response from a Pride march, which shows to me how far out of balance this country is. Because if you've got freedom of speech to walk through the town and say, I was born a man, but now I think I'm a woman, and put that on full display, then surely somebody's got the right verbally to say, actually, what I believe is you're doing something wrong, and it's for your own benefit. Yeah. So
Riaz has just commented about how Muslims think that way as well about the gay pride thing. But there's a different thing. The difference is, Riaz, we don't throw him off a building. I'm not being horrible when I say that, but
I get you on that though, but like basically there are Muslims who support the protest because they see what the other Muslim brothers and sisters are doing, actions they're doing, they don't agree there. So basically they'd rather go against them people for doing that because they already know that these people making them look bad. So they'd rather basically even though sister in faith and
Riaz, hold on, babe, hold on. D-Truth and Riaz, thank you for coming up. God bless. This is D-Truth. And Alan, this is D-Truth. Riaz and God bless. And Alan, you guys know Riaz. If you guys want to start, don't just come up here, start talking. Please breathe in, breathe out, and then let it out, okay? Because I couldn't even get you to stop talking. It was just like, what? Go ahead, Riaz. You got it.
No, I get it though, but also the thing is what JB as well. I understand basically if me, in my favor, I guess we brother and sister and family, but even though we are family in faith, it doesn't really we're gonna support everything they do no matter what. We're still gonna call them out, and if we don't agree with them, we can just push them away.
I mean, Riaz, how do you think the Queers for Palestine protesters will get on in Gaza?
I'm not gonna say anything to be honest. It's not I don't answer a question, but nah, man, I ain't answer. I mean, wait, when you say Chris for Palestine, no.
Me and you can laugh about that one. I mean, and I know. If they went over to Palestine.
But look, man, I'm not just gonna. Okay, if them people.
I've seen him at a protest. I've seen transvestites at a Palestine protest, and I thought they wouldn't treat me very well in Palestine.
No, to be honest, at least they're doing the right thing, though. I'm not gonna hold it against them, though. Even though I don't agree with their lifestyle, live how you live. But to be honest, though, I don't agree with that. Another doubt is if you're doing the right thing and if you're doing something good, then I'm okay. I'm cool, even though I don't agree with what you're going, but you as a human, I respect you as a human. So you, as human, basically, I just respect you like that. And basically, if you're doing something noble and doing something right, then okay, I'm cool with that. Even though it's kind of funny, to be honest.
Riaz, do you follow?
I'm
do you follow the? Yeah, cool. Do you follow? How are you doing anyway? Are you all right?
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. Do you follow British media in a sense, up to date with what's been going on?
I do. I check once in a while.
Yeah. So,
I don't check often. I'll tell you why.
Really, hang on, let me speak. Sorry. So in this country, since we come out of lockdown, there's been this sort of push, this movement to put transvestites in schools reading children's stories and making that acceptable.
Yeah,
right? I don't know if you've seen that. So then,
I've heard of that. I've seen it though online, but not on
Yeah,
TV now. I've seen
yeah,
that.
and
I'm like, man, no way, no way, no way. I don't agree with that. Look, I'm not
to
hating,
me,
but you live how you live, but don't force that, man. It's not like basically like if that was a abusive dude, that everyone would instantly jump on it. So I don't care who
well,
that
my
person
opinion
is.
is
Don't force your belief on anyone.
they've got mental health problems, is my opinion, and they're
I
being
agree.
sort of encouraged to do that rather than, you know, when a man reaches 50 years old and decides he's a woman and starts wearing short skirts and walking around and acting all camp, it's not something that happened when he was young. He's decided he wants to be that way, like at 50 years old, which I've seen and witnessed. So
Oh,
for
wow.
me, that's a mental health problem. You know, it's like, but the problem is there's some kind of agenda that's pushing that and saying that that's all right now, that's normal. I mean, look at the boxer. Did you see the boxer in the Olympic Games? I haven't been watching the Olympics, but I saw a clip of it on YouTube where a man had to fight a woman, and he hit her about 3 or 4 times, and she went, "That's it, I'm getting out." This just happened like
Oh, wow.
yesterday, I think.
Oh wow,
Did you
but
see that?
look,
God bless.
I don't hate them, but at the same time, I'm like, man, don't do that. You know, to be honest, I've heard about that. They should have just made them have their own criteria, or like their own category. Don't put them like two opposite together. It makes no sense. Because, you know, we think about it. Like, you know, person who does that, or that person who did that, is really it's a really more advantage compared to that woman, though, because the man's more stronger.
Yeah, it's a man
In a
fighting a
physical
woman. That's the
sense.
disadvantage.
In a physical
But
sense, yes.
it's crazy though, isn't it? How, you know, this is going all over the world, isn't it? Trying to normalise that, but ultimately trying to teach our kids as well, doing it in schools, that this is normal. But it's not normal, is it?
Right, but also,
It
you know,
says like in
but I have to
the
say
Bible,
something as well.
Yeah,
I was
sorry.
just, I was gonna say, look, I get what you're about to say, but look, to be honest, though, man, the only reason I'm not gonna say so much like that is because you know, like, you know what we say, you know, we say what we want, but at the same time, you know, it's like a thin line like that. I'm not getting there, but to be honest, though, as well, the only reason I wouldn't say so much, though, like, oh, like what I think is because, you know, I don't know if I do that and if I keep doing that, I'll just pretty much, you know, lead me somewhere I don't want to be. So basically, I'd rather like look at, look, man, if you're human, but look, I'm still gonna call out whatever behavior you're doing. If it's not appropriate, it's not appropriate, man. I'm still gonna be honest. I don't care who the person is, even if we're the same faith or same person. Nah, man, I'm still calling you out.
I agree.
Yeah, how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Godson, Alan, y'all Reds, you new.
Yeah, I'm
Easy
doing
now.
good, man.
Y'all
in
Reds,
America?
you new. Y'all know me. I speak about it. I speak about out about anything. I don't care who it is and who it's about.
Yeah.
I do, but but I'm
What's
saying
your
I'm
views
not
then,
gonna be
brother?
used against me, but
Sorry, what's your name, new dude from America? I can't see it on my phone. I thought it's the print's really small.
My name is D Truth. D Truth. And when I speak
Truth.
out,
Hey, D
yeah,
Truth.
yeah.
Sorry,
And when
say
I
that
speak
again.
out, you look to tell you this. I don't care who it against. I call it like I see it. And I've been saying this for I don't know how long I've been doing social media lives, whatever. If I see it, and you know this, I had said this. I said, what's going on over here is going on over in other countries too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I know over there in England, I seen what went on. I seen where there are Karens over there, as you want to call them, try to be bullies like over here. I seen where some police officers over there. I don't know have y'all seen this yet, where some police officers kicked these men in the head while they was on the ground.
My
Oh,
favorite
wow.
subject. D Truth.
Well, I've even heard about this, you know, story. Sorry.
Rian, hold on 1 second. God bless was saying something. Go ahead. God bless.
D Truth. Did you see what happened to that prior? The prior. Why that happened? Did you see what happened? Have you seen
Yeah,
the
they was
second
at
video?
they was at the some kind of machine. But thing about it is, I don't care what happened prior, right? It
Okay.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened prior. If the man or woman is on the ground, why kick him in the head? Why kick him?
Brother, wait 1 second, please. I can play this video, and you will change your mind. I guarantee it.
It won't change my mind because I'm tell you why I won't change my mind. Tell you why I won't change my mind.
Let me tell you.
I'll tell you. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you why it would not change my mind. It doesn't matter what happened at the beginning. You're a police officer. You want to be protect and serve. You do not kick nobody while they down. You do not sit on their back while they are down. No matter what they did to you, you're supposed to uphold the law, not break the law. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's the difference.
I agree, brother, because it doesn't matter what happened before. It's not a police officer's duty to inflict violence. The law when you go to court gives the punishment.
Whoa.
So that's excessive to what this is doing.
I'm not.
In my opinion too. I agree with this dude.
I agree with this.
Show the video, man.
Because you're not a police officer, you're not supposed to think with promotions like that. You're supposed to basically follow you're not just to uphold you're supposed to actually deserve justice in a logical way, not really basically based off of emotion.
Yeah, capital punishment isn't a law though, is it? Not yet.
Yeah. And then after that happens, and they call to find out, oh, this suspect did this right here, but the police did this right here. And guess what?
Right.
Then I don't know about over there, but over here we are stuck paying for police misconduct. Is that fair to us? Is that fair to us?
Can I just interject? Right? Okay, have your opinions. But when a man beats up a woman, breaks her nose in 3 places, and gives her 9 vicious punches in the face, prior to this, they just beat up another family. Can I share the CCTV that's publicly available, please? You knew. It's only 27 seconds long. Can I present that, please? And then it might give you a different context.
Say that again.
Do you mind? I've got the video ready. It's 27 seconds. It's
Yeah, go ahead.
CCTV that's available, right? So bear with me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'll give you a little bit of a context to this as well. Hang on a second. Let me just find it on my doobie-doos. Where is it?
I look forward to this one. God bless.
Right, thank you. So, I've presented the screen. I'll just go into the main thing so I can do the playback and rewinds. Is that nice and large for you? It's not very clear. So this is what happened. This is what led up to these events. The mother from Pakistan flew back from Pakistan on a plane. They landed at 7:20 in the morning. Now me, when I get off an airplane, I want to get my bags. I want to get gone. You know what I mean? You don't want to hang around there. But no, they hovered around because she told her 2 sons that she had a bit of an argument with somebody on a plane. It can't be too bad because their plane wasn't stopped and nobody was arrested. You know what the police are like in airports. So there's cameras everywhere, by the way, in an airport. Anyway, so they mulled around the airport looking for this guy. They found him in one of these Costa coffees, I think it is, or one of the other ones. These 2 sons went in there, battered them. They battered this guy and the people around him. Then they left. After they left, this is what happened. The police went to talk to them, and here we go. Now, watch the ferociousness of this. Ready? Now, you've got to remember also, the guys went to get the police officer's firearm in an airport. And a police officer, an English firearms police officer, must never relinquish or let go of his weapon. While this is all going on, what's he got left? His foot. And also, I'll show you another clip afterwards where these 2 poor innocent victims were sat in between their solicitor, not a mark, not a bruise on them. So I'll play you this video, right? Okay? And by the way, the video that you've seen, the other one, there were protests, riots. They went outside police stations saying unless they, throwing explosives, eggs, and then threatening the British government that unless anything's done, they will see like a George Floyd, burn, loot, and murder, rape, smashing the place up, causing havoc, unless they get their own demands. And here's the video: 3, 2, 1. See that guy in the blue is the one who got kicked. Look at him smashing into the police women.
Yes,
look at that police woman on the floor. Her nose is broken in 3 places. Look, he's grabbing his weapon, trying to grab his weapon. The mother is the instigator of most of this. And if they lost control, they didn't once touch her. She's all over them. Watch the one in the blue. The one in the blue. There you go. Look. Police woman behind him. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 punches he put into her.
Is the stamp on this video as well?
And then the stamp comes after this that you see. So it's very selective. The person that filmed it was one of the Muslims in the red top in the top right-hand corner. They clipped it to make it look really bad. So please, look, I'm not pro-police at the moment, especially what's going on in our country. But they had a job to do. What if he grabbed his gun?
Can I give my opinion on that, and then I'll sit back and hear other people's. Yes, but from what I saw there was they were banged out of order. They attacked the police. They punched the police woman, and they went mental, didn't they? And then the one that punched the police woman and broke her nose in 3 places got tasered, right? And then he got handcuffed, and he was on the floor, right? This is what I saw. And then a police officer came over, kicked him in the head, and then stamped on his head after he was detained. Now, my opinion, he was on the floor, flat on the floor. He wasn't moving. He wasn't going anywhere. He was being compliant in a sense. Now, the way I see it is that a police officer's duty is to arrest and detain, and that's what had happened. So at the point where he decided to kick him in the head, when he wasn't trying to get up off the floor and stamp on his head, was operating outside of his remit, his what he's allowed to do by law, right? So then he became a civilian with an emotional civilian reaction. There was no need for him to do what he did. If he'd have done it during a fight, then fair enough. But the problem is that a lot of people have got issue with is that they were already detained, or he was already detained before the officer kicked him in the head and stamped on his head. So then the police officer took on an illegal civilian role because he wasn't acting upon his oath that he swore when he swore to become a police officer and keep the peace and protect the public and be impartial within that as well. So he stepped outside of his boundaries.
That's a lot of violence going on that video. Wow.
That blood is from that police lady. Had her nose broken in 3 places. There's 2 other officers hospitalised.
I'm not saying it's not. It wasn't justified from my point of view. What I'm saying is, legally, he did something that he shouldn't have done. My opinion is, the guy probably deserved it, right? And if it had been a street fight, it would have probably got a lot worse for them, right? But it was the police, and they were supposed to arrest and detain them and then pass them to the courts, and the courts can administer justice. So that's the boundary, right? So that's just my personal opinion. I'll sit back and see what other people think, but that's what I made of that.
I mean, when you see it, imagine we're walking down the street and we see somebody beat up a woman like that, violently throw loads of punches into her face, break her nose, blood pissing out, as you can see on the floor here. What would you do? But bearing in mind that police officer isn't a lot. I'd go in and I'd hurt him.
Be true. You there, bro?
I'm still here. I understand what both of y'all are saying and I understand what you're saying. If that was on the street and we was in street clothes, we don't have to uphold the law. We don't, because we're not police officers. There's a difference. We can do what we want to do and hold them. But yes, what I seen for the video you showed, I seen that video too. It looked like they were just standing at some machine, and the police walked up on them. Okay, you might look if I'm standing at the machine and somebody walk up and grab me, and they don't introduce themselves, and I'm thinking they gonna try to rob me. What you think I'm gonna do? That's one. Two, that part of the video do not have nothing to do with the last part of the video. See, when the police got you subdued already, you know you're mad, you're emotional. That's why I say the police officers need to be taking a psych evaluation every year. No matter where they at. They need to take a psych evaluation every year. Cause of a situation like that. Now you got the guy arrested, but now the guy can sue you, so the police department for assault and battery. Now you and your country got to pay that cost.
Be true. Just to add, the Manchester police suspended that officer that stamped on his head
immediately.
Yeah,
but listen,
which is kind of admitting culpability, isn't it?
Can't just play this. Yeah. Listen to this.
I want immediate action of the police officers, every one of them who was involved in the Manchester airport incident, all of them arrested, suspended, tried, and jailed. Immediately, every one of them officers needs to be arrested immediately. If not, then we will go to plan B and you will see big protests, I promise you. Protests like you've never seen before.
Threats and intimidation, as always.
Threats and intimidation.
But it seemed like what I see like going over there, going over here. They do not respond unless you go on a rant like that and let them know, all right, okay, this don't happen, this going to happen. Then you see what happens after they give that after that response, they give that kind of like, you call it threat, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But after a person gives that statement like that, what usually follows behind that? Oh, the police are trying to do something. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't take that. If I'm the chief of police,
what if it's a terrorist attack and they shot innocent children and people walking around? Oh, the police should have done more. We had a riot a couple of days before then in a place called Leeds, where some children have been beaten up by their parents and covered in bruises and a baby in hospital. The social or welfare, whatever you want, came to take the children for their own protection. But the community, or the Romanians and the Muslims there, set fire to buses and turned over the police cars, and they ran. They let them carry on their own little riot. See? You know, if you do nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I remember that thing I pretty much put in the chat before about, like, you know, like it says though for a Muslim supposed to actually follow and obey the law of this country, but I guess, you know, I know it's not right, and I don't agree with them people who did that though. I don't though. You know, basically, you know, wait, but I'm saying, you know, like the protest recently, you know, like what we were talking about yesterday as well, you know, actually I found that clip as well. Like there's like Muslims who basically support the protest though. Like they, you know, like the people who are protesting, they support the people there and they welcome them in to like their mosques and stuff like that, and basically, you know, to discuss and talk. They were coming in there. You know, they're like Muslims who really want to, you know, help out and stuff like that. And they feel like, look, the person's actions is wrong and the people who did that counter thing is very wrong. And they completely disagreed with that. And they want to basically help out and support and everything. So that's what they did. Some of them, no. Not everyone's the same. So, you know, there are Muslims who actually support the protest.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to try to find a video of him. He's a drug dealer as well, heroin and cocaine. And he hasn't been charged yet. After all that, it's just
I'm going to take a quick break. And
How do you know?
Come back again. I'm just going to do a quick video commercial.
Welcome to WPC Art Factory, where creativity knows no bounds and art comes to life. The t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, leggings, and cups here are truly unique. Here at WPC Art Factory, we pour our hearts and souls into every creation. It's not just about making art, it's about making a statement. We strive to push the boundaries of creativity and challenge conventional norms. That's what sets us apart. WPC Art Factory has something for everyone. Experience the magic of art like never before. Visit us today and let your imagination soar, where the designs are created by us and made by Together We Break Chains Production.
Easy now.
All right, we are back. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, and you're back in the room.
Hello. Be true.
Yeah.
Can I just make a point of saying that the difference between sort of thank you. The difference between sort of Britain and America is that when you come into contact with a corrupt cop in America, they're likely to shoot you, especially as a black man, right? In Britain, we have police acting outside of the sort of boundaries
jurisdiction,
and they taser you, yeah? And this is the outcome where we're getting to. We're getting into the violent level from the police that shouldn't really be there. But you went past that limit a long time ago, brother. Did you not? In America, I've watched a lot of videos from America where with corrupt police officers battering people in the streets, man. I've watched that with my own eyes, and I thought, you know, what we're experiencing here is what you've already got. It's like we're growing in that direction, man.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what Let me tell you what the other problem is, though. With that is, if the chiefs, whoever in charge of the police department, and good cops that's not doing is calling the bad ones out, it's gonna get just like it is in the United States, cause where the good cops want to call it out, but they feel that if they call it out, they're gonna get retaliated against. It's shunned. You see what I'm saying? If they don't nip in the bud now, cause I tell you, this it was a cop over here, plainly did aggravated assault, but they charged him with a misdemeanor, a slap on the wrist. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's what's gonna wind up happening, because cops they got all this power, they cannot be touched. You feel what I'm saying? They feel like they cannot be touched.
Yeah, you're right though. Actually, wait, I was gonna ask you, have you heard about the Chris Kaba situation and stuff like that, and what happened to him, you know? Like basically the way the people they suspected Kaba of doing something and they shot him and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand like he has his past and stuff like that, but like I mean the way they did Chris Kaba was wrong. Or do you not agree with me? Chris Kaba is a UK producer and he's a UK producer.
Yeah, but I like this right here. I have seen a lot growing up. As old as I got, I was seeing a lot, seen a lot. Even from over in England, I've seen a whole bunch that went on over there. I'm like, how in the world could they do that, and how in the world they get away with that and all that stuff? Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Even in over here in America and in other countries, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm like, and this is what I always said. Everybody got some kind of mental health, some more than others. If people as a human race, we don't take control of our mental health. I don't care what job, whatever you do, it get worse. And I told somebody the other day that they talk about heaven and hell, right? I said, you know what? Right now, we living in hell. Look what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you have fentanyl in your hood?
Look what's going on.
You've got fentanyl problems where you live, bro.
Yeah, and I look at everybody as I give everybody an equal chance. You know what I'm saying? Until you show me something different. When you show me something different, I start treating you different. If you don't,
true.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to jump in, but what I'm seeing in like my local neighbourhood where I live in the UK is a fentanyl creeping onto the streets, right? And I believe there's an epidemic in America. Like that's another thing that you've experienced first, like we get after, I just wondered if where you live, if you witnessed that.
That's big. That's big right there.
Big.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's probably in East London it's either mostly knife or acid crime and stuff like that. Really go there though. I'm not in London no more. I moved out long time ago. But sometimes go over there and stuff like that, but very cautious about it because it's either stealing, knife, or acid. That's why some people are very very cautious about their windows and stuff like that because you got people going around throwing acid.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been imported into the United Kingdom over the years. Acid attacks. It is a machete.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I mean, look, D-Truth, let me just ask you, let me just assess something here, that how alike we really are. Me, I got a family. You got kids? You got kids, fella?
Yeah, I got a 14-year-old niece. Yeah.
Right,
so,
you got to, right, that's okay. You want a roof over your head, food in your belly. You want your family and those around you, and maybe if you have children, be able to go to the park, not get stabbed, robbed, raped, and everything. Now, at the moment, the equilibrium is just, we all want the same kind of things at the end of the day. It's just making it happen.
Let's not forget, though, God bless, let's not forget that on top of the asylum seeker problem in this country, and we've got people like Yorkshire Rose been going to the hotels over and over for a long time and stuff. And auditors as well. Yeah. So let's not forget that there's also a poverty problem, and young men have got very violent with weapons and are hanging around in gangs, and they're causing chaos as well.
Yeah, but also, I was gonna say this as well, though, man. Look, I understand it's no excuse to do that type of stuff, but I mean, in some way, in their mind, like, I know there's always a choice, right? And I'm not justifying anything. I'm just trying to understand their headspace. Like, basically, in their head, they think basically like, look, I've tried everything else, nothing else is working, and this is my only option. That's what they think. I'm not excusing that, and it's very wrong. And I'm not giving no excuse. I'm just trying to understand their headspace of why they want to do that.
I agree. That's wise words, man. So what? So young Riaz. What do you young Riaz? What do you think could be done then, like to try and solve the problem? Is it like more places for the younger people to go to, more sport activities in the country? Like what
Yes, of
how
course.
could you?
Yes, I agree with you. More stuff to do, basically. Give them spaces to go to. If they like music, give them that and stuff like that. Go find them spaces though, so they can express themselves. And some, they like to express themselves through music and create new stuff. So at least, like, if they're passionate about something, though, send them to somewhere where basically they want to go to spaces like that. Because I think a long time ago back, long back though, when I used to be in East London, I think like Manor Park or something, they used to have community center, and they shut that down and stuff like that. And the park they closed recently, I think, and they're like replacing it with something else or something like that. So
hold on, I mean, Alan, you're not much younger than me. I didn't really go to any community centres or any clubs or anything. I did my own thing as a kid. You don't see me going out there with a machete. None of my kids.
No, it's not like that, but it's also being to JB, I was gonna sorry to cut you off, man, but I was gonna say it's also basically what type of environment are these kids exposed to and what they're seeing around them, what made them feel like that. It's not an excuse, and I'm not giving them an excuse. I'm just understanding their headspace. Like, look, this is what I was exposed to, and this is the only way to make it. It's not really. I know there's many options. However, this is what they see every day, and that's just what's going on, and that's what just gives them the idea. Eventually, this is my only option, and that's it.
So in this country, in Britain, we've got since the year 2000 a drugs problem that's took off and gone mental, and also running alongside that, we've got a situation where businesses have been closed down, smaller businesses, and the big corporations have been like powering supermarkets, and the rates have gone up for local shopkeepers. So the communities have sort of been attacked as well in that sense.
I think it's I remember
are you with me?
and stuff like that. Yeah, like basically in East Ham, like the town centre and stuff like that in East Ham, basically like a lot of the local stuff, they moved out and then bigger ones came in. The only reason is not just the crime, it's also the high taxes they have to pay. They've been high tax, high rent, high lots of things. So basically they decided we're going to move out because it's too much here. Not just the crime. You also have to take into account the tax and rent.
Ultimately, you can say that there's no jobs, so the young people on the streets get together and think, well, how can we make some money to live? And they sell drugs and get involved in knife crime and gangs.
They always find plenty of money for war, but not the poor.
That's a Tupac quote. No, Tupac said that actually. Wait, you just mentioned a Tupac quote. Tupac said they got money for war, but they can't feed the poor. And you're right though on that though. I agree 100%.
I want some Tupac, is it? Right, wait till I'm going to email him now. I want some money back.
I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life left with each other? I'll blast myself.
I'm going to say sorry, you're a decade too late. He passed away a long time ago, man.
Hey guys, let me say this right here. Think about this.
No, I mean, find his family and email them that though. Just go find his family estate and just tell them, like the stuff that you're thinking about, saying like, thanks for that quote and everything like that. Just find his family estate and do that. Since he ain't here no more.
But think about this. Just about every artist that try to bring awareness, our attention to things that going on, that is going to go on, is not longer with us. Think about it. Okay, think about it. Michael Jackson, Heal the World, Black and White. Lists of songs go on and on, right? He's not longer. He's not longer here.
Miss that song.
Think about this right here. What can we do? See, I had told on my channel, I had told people, parents, whatever, uncles, whoever you are that got kids, whatever. First, it starts at the home, right? First, it starts at the home. You instill some values in your kid that you want them to have.
Yes.
And they're going to go outside. When they get outside the home, they're going to see other stuff. But yes, what are they going to remember first? What you talk about?
Right. Yeah, I agree
It don't matter what the
100%. Like,
school
basically,
teacher.
this is the thing I always remember every second. No, this is what I do every day. Basically, it's like, look, police ain't watching, my parents ain't watching, no one may be watching, but I know God is watching. So I have to remember every action I do, everything I do, I must remember God is watching me. And why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this stuff. So I remember that every day. So when I go outside, I know not to do something I should not do. Because
I
I'm not
agree.
going to disappoint God, though. Because think about
I
it.
agree.
You know,
Yeah.
of course,
Like
think about it. People may not be.
I believe in a
Sorry.
creator as well, young Riaz. So yeah, I believe in a creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my God, and I believe that he's always there. He's always watching, and he wants me to be the best version of his creation I can be. Right? I don't know what
Because think about
religion.
it
Yeah.
this way as well. I'm also saying think about it this way as well, because like, you know, people may not be watching you, your parents ain't watching, police ain't watching. Let's say no one's watching. Who's really watching you though? Like, it's deeper than that. So you also think about, look, if you don't believe in creator, just think about yourself though, you know, as well. So people who don't believe, just think about yourself. Is this really, like, think about your conscience though. If your conscience saying, look, is this the right thing to do? So for me, I just do creator because that's just how I see it. I say, look, creator's watching me all the time. This is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm supposed to better myself every day, and that's it. And it's also one of the main rules I'm supposed to do. That's what a creator wanted me to do since the beginning, you know? Wants me to just live an honest, balanced life, and it's basically like I'm supposed to obey the law of this country, not stated in the faith. Umar bin Khattab basically said that, though. He basically, I copied into the chat. He basically said that, and that's just how it is. So I just take into account, look, I just gotta obey and listen to the law and stuff. But if the law is basically oppressing, then I should actually have, like, if it's like against me and stuff like that, instead of like basically doing the wrong thing, I should do the right thing and find a way to change something if it's not right.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Be true. You
Yeah.
seem like wide awake, dude. Like, wait, like, was there a moment in your life that changed you to sort of start uncovering the lies and the madness that's going on in the world? Was there like a specific moment, or have you always been awake, sort of thing?
And it has been a specific moment. I always been like this. I always love to read. I'm one of those nosy people. When I was a child, you know
He's
how
not,
you get a
he's not lying, y'all. He is nosy.
look who's talking, Nancy Drew. But when I was a kid, I used to take stuff apart to see how it worked and put it back together. You see what I'm saying? So I always did my research, and I actually got in trouble for in school because the teacher said something, and I knew what he said was wrong. I kind of corrected him in front of the class. So that's how I always been like that. I've always been for the right of the people, what benefits the people. And I look at the kids these days; they are not getting that. And for what happened in Southport, what be happening all over the world with protests, we know there'll be peaceful protesters, right? But what people fail to realize, there be outsiders that comes in there, antagonize and disrupt the peaceful protest.
Mm-hmm.
So when the media gets a hold of it, and when the other side get a hold of it, they be like, wait a minute here. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why they can't protest. This is why this is why that. When it always been a peaceful protest, it's always the outside agitators that didn't like what was going on. They don't like the change what people try to make. I guarantee you, go try this one time. Go try this one time. Go try to make a change in something that you really love doing. And see how many people or how many of your friends don't like it.
Mm-hmm. I agree though, yeah.
I agree too.
Yeah,
No, dude.
I also think as well for the younger people as well, for them as well, not just the environment, is why they don't feel like they fit anywhere. So it's basically like, some of them know like what type of environment and who they feel like they have no one else to guide them and stuff like that properly. Like to them, that's just how they think. Because to be honest, like, look, I'm not going to excuse someone's actions. Like, if they did that, they did. I accept that. However, I want to understand why they did that, inside their mental space and what actually drove them to do that. Because they won't just immediately do that like that in a snap. Something must have pushed them, in their head to make them do that.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. Be true. Just to pick up on something you just said before. So, have you heard of the film Transformers?
Mm-hmm.
Be true. Are you there?
Yeah, here.
Do you have the film the Transformers in your country, in America? Transformers film.
I know what you're talking about. No, I look like this right here.
Hang on.
Well,
just let me finish.
I'm gonna tell you what I think about them people. I don't spoke about them too. I stay forward without talking about them on my channel. So, but I'm like this right here. If you think you are somebody else, I'm putting in better sense of this right here. If you were born one gender and changed to another gender, and your mom and dad called you this was your name on your birth certificate, and this is what you was called, guess what? Guess what I'm calling you?
You're calling them who they were originally before, and you're not going to call them who they now. I know what you mean, because I have a similar thinking. It's just that in some way I'm very nice when I say that.
Yeah, I'm calling the name that you was given. I don't care how much you change, but guess what? They are making it seem like when men turns to women and try to push real women out the door, which don't they realize they cannot be real women, no matter how much they try. Because they cannot carry a baby for 9 months, no matter how much they try, no matter how much they change the outside. But on the inside, guess what? You're still a man. Guess what? No matter how much you change, you're still a woman on the inside.
Right, but I'm also going to say that, some of them people as well who do that eventually, some of them will eventually go back to regretting for that decision they made. Some of them just end up in regret, and they made the mistake of doing that though. Like, I mean, for some, whoever do it, they proud of it, cool. But some of them, like, they just did it, and eventually just like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so, why did I even do that?
Yeah, and I say that to say this right here. As a parent, as a parent, and your young child come and say, I feel like I'm this right here. Okay, are you sure? But guess what? I'm not going to change you. I'm not going to start calling you by your birth name. Guess what? I think it's the mental issue with some of these folks.
Of course, it's the mental issue.
Something happens down the line to some of these folks. See what I'm saying?
I'll just interrupt a minute. It's kicking off. It's starting in England. Sunderland is kicking off.
Sunderland's
up there.
gone.
No
Sunderland.
Yeah.
Sunderland have got, have they?
Yeah.
That's not far from Hartlepool. It's not far from Hartlepool. There's protests tonight all over the country, and then big ones tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Wait, but
are you filming tomorrow? God bless. Are you going anywhere? Documenting?
I don't know if you remember from the other day, I did show my face for a few seconds. This time last week, I planted my face on my electric bike, a bit drunk, broke my nose, fractured my eye socket. I look like I've had 20 gallons of lip fillers, and I've broke my wrist.
Listen, I was thinking about what you were saying, because you know some good heads, some decent people, right, that are in this movement. So could you not set up a multi-stream and then restream it and ask for permission for like Danny Tomo, DJ, and say, could you not do that, bro?
I'm moderating a lot of channels as well, and so
but that's gold though. You get, it's good content. Now, if you could set up even a 3 or 4 multi-stream from them boys.
I'm not one of those ones that wants thousands of subscribers, and I don't want to profit on people's misery and stuff like that.
It's not about that. It's about sending the message far and wide, and if you can get the numbers, then you can do it. It's not about money. You're not going to make much money. You're not going to be a millionaire, are you, from a few YouTube videos? Not many do it.
It's like with charity. Charity should be silent. I think the Brits are going over already on the police. The police are aggravating it with the riot shields and marching forward, where people have just stood there, voicing their concerns.
The lunatics. The police have gone like out of control.
The police are agonising the crowd of people just stood around. They're marching forward with their batons and their riot shields.
They are out of control in this country. It's the way that they're operating now. They're inciting violence themselves. People are turning out to peaceful protests because the fear for the future of the children, and the police are turning up with riot gear on and battering the public, or arresting them for trying to voice an opinion.
Look at
It's getting emotional, man.
Starmer laid the gauntlet down. I'll tell you what, Guy Fawkes, mate, you're going to be proud of the British. I could foresee people storming Parliament, although they were on holiday.
Okay.
Like the French, they had a revolution. Did they say, please don't do it? What happened with the French Revolution? That's the only thing that works. I don't want to incite violence or anything like that. I really don't. I want it done peacefully. But the peaceful people aren't being listened to. And we're being attacked. Our culture, our family values, our environment, where we live is dangerous. And they didn't listen, and now watch what's going to happen. This weekend is going to be the one. Mark my words.
A lobster boils slowly, doesn't it?
Okay, but for me though, look, I'm very proud of, being a racist. I'm proud of who I am. I embrace all sides of myself. But do you know what? You want to know why I say I put faith before nationality? It's not like, oh, look, I don't value it. No, of course I do. But, to me, the reason why I say that is because it's easy for me to identify. Because that's just how I feel. I've got one nationality, but then I've got a culture as well. And then it's confused. You don't know which one to be. That's just how I see it. That's just how for me, right? So basically, this is what I do. I say I'm faith first, then nationality afterwards. And basically, I'm just embracing both of me anyway, because it's still a part of me no matter what, right? I still embrace myself. I just say, look, this is how I feel like I should identify myself, I'm proud of, who I am, though.
No,
God bless. What's happening? God bless. Yeah. What's happened in Sunderland, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
They've all gone to Aldi's, obviously, because we're far right, and that's where you get the cheapest beer and cider. Sorry.
Have you got a report? Are you coming from a report? Have you got like a media story behind what you kicked off in Sunderland?
Hang on, let me just minimise that, because I'm just sharing it and subscribing. So there's a guy called Public Eye. Sorry, you knew. Hopefully you weren't going to get, like people disappearing, but they might open up another channel to watch it while we're on here.
They'll come back when they've seen what they need.
There is quite a few.
I'm gonna say this as well. Thanks for having me up. I feel like I want to hop down. I think that's enough from me today, to be honest. I'm gonna hop down. Thanks for having me up, though, and maybe next time I'll be back. Because look,
hold on, Riz, before you go, let me ask a favour of you. Riz?
All right, I'm listening.
Right. You're the most moderate Muslim I've ever come across. I beg you to come at Imran, right, and open up your own mosque and preach the love that you preach.
Are you a Muslim? Young Riaz.
Yes.
You just said it.
Sorry, could you say again, GB? Sorry, I was on mute because I had to talk to someone else though for a minute. Sorry, I understand what you're saying.
Raz, do me a favour.
I never knew that. Sorry.
Come in, man, right, and open your own mosque, right, because you're the only one I've come across in a long time in this country that preaches respect and not hate.
Oh, thank you very much. Like, basically, I do go to my mosque and stuff like that. And basically, the imam there, though, like, basically, he's like, wherever you're saying, wherever you're telling me, he does it over there. Like, he understands everything, though. Like, and basically, where he's teaching and stuff like that over there, he's not like basically doing one thing to the other. Nah, he's just basically preaching moderately. Everyone else just comes there, to be honest. I mean, look, I'd love to do that. But I feel like, to me, I should just live my life first, and when time comes, I'll leave in God's hands. So, like, let's say one day when my Creator asks me, look, this is your duty now, it'll come. So when time comes, time will come. I'm not saying I won't do it. It's just a matter of time.
I believe that time will come as well, young Rios. And thank you for coming on the panel. It's been nice speaking to you, dude.
You're always welcome, mate.
Thank you. Thank you, though. And also, this is as well, JB, as well. Basically, I don't have to do that, what you're saying, though. All I could do is just basically educate other people like me. And basically, look, this is, there's a better way of, handling things. I could just basically talk with other people about it. And when they get the understanding, they get it.
Yeah, as long as it's not Takia.
Yeah, but us, like some people misunderstood the jihad thing. Basically, it's not just actual physical war, it's basically internal struggle. So when you say you're going for an intern, like, holy words, basically that term, like, basically you're warring yourself, right? It's basically an internal struggle. So it's like a war within yourself. So basically, sometimes people just get it, mixed up on what it really means. So what it really means is holy war means holy war within yourself. So basically, the struggle that you go through in your entire life, that's what it means.
Yes, but there is other Muslims out there, as well, that are going on the streets and going, jihad!
No, I know, but they completely misunderstand the meaning of what they're saying. And basically, like the Prophet himself predicted every event that happened now, that was all predicted 1400 years ago. Like, he knew that this will happen someday.
Yeah, I understand that. You got to remember, there's in your side as well, there's quite a few laws. You understand that, don't you?
Of course. I know. That's just like with every side as well. That's like with every side. But that's just human nature.
Young Rios, I agree, man. You're quoting from the Quran there, scripture that sort of defines when the end times will be, to look upon like the season sort of thing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fun. Sometimes a lot of fun, but also you gotta remember that who's genuine and who's basically fighting for the sake of fun. You also have to understand, look, like.
So Riaz, I'm really pleased that he came up again tonight, and everybody in the chat that maybe have not met him before, give the guy some slack. He's not like what we're normally used to, like Amde Tralji or all that stuff in England, right? This is a person that will give us some
people in the chat. Share this out on your social media. People in the chat. There's been a really good conversation
I understand what you're coming from, because look, like, I understand how proud you are. That's just how the same with me. I'm very proud about who I am, though. I'm gonna be willing to defend what I believe in, no matter what. So I understand what you're doing here. So basically, I get it, though. That's just the same with me, because I'm born in this country and I care for it as much. But sometimes you have those days where it's like, man, I don't really care about anyone right now.
I think the time will come where the Christians and the Muslims unite.
Of course, time will come.
I think the time will come where the Muslim brothers and the Christian brothers will unite.
Of course,
under the name of God, because the Christians and the Catholics and most religions, but Muslim and Christianity, Islam and Christianity, they both. It's a very similar thing. Like both the Bible, the Bible and the Quran complement each other in certain places. There's a few disagreements, isn't there?
We all came from the same father. We've got the same. We all descend from the same, lineage. It's basically which line that we follow. Like, that's just how it is, though. That's how I look at it. Because they're the people of the book, and that's just how it is, though. But okay, thanks for having me up. And next time, whenever I get a chance, thank you.
Have a
peace out, brother.
But like he said, like Riz said, though, it's like this. You notice this. Since we own this, right? You notice this, right? When they teaching the Bible, which we all know It's not the whole one. It's not the whole thing. We know that there's some books missing. And you notice one part they do not teach. You notice one part they do not teach.
Go on.
It's the part where they supposedly describe what Jesus looked like, right?
Right.
They do not teach that part. They do not teach that part. Why not?
I know where you're coming from, brother.
I know where
Go on, carry on. No,
what I'm saying is, the reason I said that, right? They give us what they want us to know.
Yeah, they have.
I don't care what government you under. They give us what they want us to know.
Brother, there was no cameras back then. So there was no cameras back then, was there? When Jesus was alive, there was no iPhones. There was no cameras. So somewhere along the line, people have started painting pictures of what they thought Jesus looked like. Yeah. So I agree with what you're saying there, be true.
Yeah, because I look like it right here. We as humans, we gotta take control of our own life. We gotta go do our own research. We gotta be the better version of ourselves that we want to be. So we cannot control what other people do. It's like when we go to the protest. Okay, we know what we there for. We there for a good cause, right? But we're gonna have some outside to come there for totally different cause. And we know that's good and bad in everything, every walks of life. No matter what we do. But we gotta make our life better. We gotta get the word out to other people, not just try to convince them. We're not trying to convince nobody. We just got to put that seed in their head. Okay. So they can think, wait a minute. Because we didn't learn everything in one day. Our parents taught us something. We didn't learn it all in one day, but guess what? As we learned it, we got better and better at what we did, like cleaning the house, like ironing, cooking. You know what I'm saying? We got better as we got older. And we found our own way of doing things. And we pass that down on to our children. And we can teach them the way that we did it, but yet they still gonna have to find their own way how to do things. And I think some of the people in this world are lost. They're really lost. They're really lost. Because if we all come together just as a human race, instead of this religion, that religion, all the other kind of stuff, whatever, we'd be good. But I do not like people that mess with children. I don't care, man or woman.
Yeah.
I just like them.
Amen.
I just like them.
God bless. Yeah. Can I just bring this back to a comment in the chat from the Outlaw? But Sunderland, Newcastle, all the northern cities have had enough. All Starmer has made people bally up for tomorrow. So I think he's referencing the facial recognition statement in the Cobra meeting.
I gotta be rude and just drop out. I gotta say good night and God's bless to you, because thank you very much for letting me come up on the channel. Normally we're off by 7 o'clock. I'm being screened to moderate a few channels to go on to the channels that's going on. I'm going to chip out now as well. I'm going to have a look around a few channels. I'll see. Are you on tomorrow night,
Huh?
Are you going to be on tomorrow night? Tomorrow afternoon?
4 o'clock.
I can if you'd like me to. Yeah, I can.
If you're not, you normally come on at 10 o'clock at night. That's like 4 o'clock UK time. Anybody in the chat from the UK, the Outlaw, and share it out, and then we'll be back on tomorrow.
Yeah, I could come up earlier if you want me to come up earlier.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot to talk about over the next couple of days. Thank you very much. Blessings to you, young lady.
All right, you're welcome.
I love your channel.
Thank you.
You're quite addictive.
God bless. God bless.
Yes, mate.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you.
God bless. God bless.
hang on a second. Let me say goodnight to that DJ guy. Thank you very much, bro. Listen, give me a mod tomorrow because I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'm not going to do anything to remove people. I could see the comments being deleted and that. Then I could say, guys, you're too trigger happy. And then people like this guy here, D-Truth, I can link his channel so because people have been asking for his channel tonight and stuff like that. And
wait, well, shoot.
Share the good love to everybody. Share the good love to everybody. So
yeah, if you would have, you could easily like in here, you could say hi, hello, good morning, any kind of saying hello. It will drop your link in here. It's automatic.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just quickly.
Would have said hello in the chat. Everybody would have grabbed him.
Come back tomorrow between 4 and 5, bro. I will as well.
Yeah.
Between 4 and 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah, did
you knew? I'll just put you my thing now. Hang on a minute. You knew because I really got to get off and moderate these channels. I'm getting killed off. Right, so there we go. That's me. If you want to moderate it, you're a moderator. You'll see how I am. It's just more than anything, just to see if people are being naughty, deleting people, and then I'll just like say, guys, what are you doing? And secondly, people like this now, we got D-Truth. No one's put a link up for his channel until now.
Yeah.
Well,
my channel link is in the chat, and I got it set for 9 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock your time. That's 2 o'clock England time.
Okay.
Well, I've just subscribed to you. There we go. Whereabouts are you in the USA, D-Truth? I've got to go really quickly, but where are you?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in the southeast of the United States.
Okay. All right. It'd be nice. Hopefully you'll come back tomorrow or next day. I've enjoyed talking to you. You seem like you got a Rolls Royce. You posh bastard.
Yes,
the gangster. He's original G.
Hey, this is what I actually do. I study this stuff and I speak my mind.
Yes, he does.
I hope you do, because listen, as long as you're doing in the right direction for positive vibes and to get people back on track, that's what we need to do. The thing is, D-Truth, many of us have had to turn into become shepherds to help the sheep, and I never get bored of it. Even though they're too lazy to go out there and look for the truth themselves. You have to guide some of these sheep, these people sometimes, to let them see and understand the light in life. Look, I've got to go, guys. I'm really getting... I'm supposed to be on a veterans channel in an hour's time. Oh, the veterans channel we'll be with the Americans as well. Because we're banging with the Americans over there for the veterans.
Yeah, if you got a channel, God bless, and any other people that's in the chat got a channel, say hi so I can go sub up to y'all so we can see what actually going on each side of. Well, they call it the pond, which we know the Atlantic Ocean. So guess what? But some of us know what's going on, so we keep up with everybody what's going on, and we can talk about it. And I will be back there tomorrow if she go live.
I will.
Yeah.
And like Jerry Springer, guys, I know it's a bit Jerry Springer-ish, right? I say to him every time I come off a sign off a channel, you guys in the chat and you guys in the panel, look after each other, because no one else will look after each other. We're the only thing that's left in the world that are going to watch out for each other. After us, there's nothing. So be nice and be kind and be that good Samaritan. Okay, peace out, guys. I've got to go. 3, 2, 1, I'm gone.
Bye.
Sort of. Hang on a minute.
He's still here.
Too many panels open. Hang on a minute. Where we go? Kick me out.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Okay.
Oh boy, that happens to me too. When you hit the leave button, you're like, wait a minute, I haven't left yet. Why have I haven't left yet? So you see, I'm feeling good right now, don't you?
Yeah, you sound so much better. I'm glad you feel better. Oh man, that was a good live as well. Thank you guys for everybody that's come through today. I will be getting off. I have to go take care of something, and I'm glad everybody was able to come in. And I'm praying for everybody over there in the UK. I'm praying for the families. I'm praying for everyone, like 100%. Everybody, I pray for you guys. I hope things start to change. I hope my channel helps your lives get better. And yeah, I'm sorry you guys are going through all this. Thank you, Tank. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are amazing. And Outlaw, you're going to have to come up here one of these days because you have a lot to say.
He sure do.
You got to come up. Huh?
I said he sure do.
Yeah, he's got a lot to say. He's got to come up. I mean, everybody has a lot to say, but he's different. Definitely different. So next time you got to come up, okay? Tank, I'm sorry, Outlaw. I mean, I would love to have everybody come up one of these days. Who knows? I mean, it's just up to you guys if you want to come up. But yeah. Oh, love you too. Thank you, Outlaw. And I love your name. That is an amazing name. I love that name. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bless you, Tank.
Yeah, people really going. Hey, people really gonna see how nosy me and you are tonight.
I know. My goodness. See you tomorrow. Yeah, actually it's 10 a.m. Bye, you guys. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, I'm going to put my outro, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming. I really, really appreciated it. Thank you. Oh, wow. Bye. Thank you, Boswell. Thank you for coming through. I pray for you guys every day. You guys are in my prayers.